Nico Robin already. You saw her for the first time.
Yes.
So, like I said, she's my favorite. I don't know about you. Is she your favorite now?
It's too soon to tell. I only saw her once. I still have my heart for Nami.
Okay,
I still have my heart
okay.
for my Tangerine
Not
waifu.
yet. Okay, and put up this sign saying like Gloria's a bad boss. So I'm sorry. It's true. It is true. Gloria's a bad boss. It was a bad boss.
I don't blame Gregor for striking Gloria. There, I said it. Damn it. Oh my god. Oh my god. What have I done? I feel like a traitor.
So there's one cartoon that also did end up getting the axe. Do you remember Dead End Paranormal Park?
I remember Dead End Paranormal Park. Yeah, I remember watching season 1. I haven't gone to season 2 yet.
And they got canceled because of season 2, and a lot of people got really angry about that. So, yeah.
Netflix.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of the Anination Podcast. My name is Nate, and alongside again is my friend Omid.
What is up, Anination lovers? Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. And boy, do we have some good discussions to bring up with you, whether it be related to a certain, country family we know, whether it be a supervillain singing her heart out, or a certain company that is pretty much falling flat on its face.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty much our topics going to be taking over. But again, I don't need to explain that. But yeah, we have a lot to talk about when it comes to the animation, but we're doing some stuff in specific, so that's why each episode is doing its own specific thing to say. Omid, again, another good week, I would say, for you.
Yes, because what I've been doing the past week was, of course, watching more One Piece.
Okay. Now we have to do a little catch up now. You're past East Blue now.
I'm past East Blue.
Okay, so where are you at now? Are you in Alabasta now, or
I'm in the Alabasta saga.
Okay, so he's starting on the good parts right now of One Piece, where you get to see you saw Chopper then, right?
No, I saw Nico Robin.
Oh, I thought Chopper was first before Nico Robin.
No, Nico Robin's actually before Chopper.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, Chopper comes later.
Okay. I may make my episodes wrong or something like that. But yeah, Chopper. Well, nonetheless, Nico Robin already. You saw her for the first time.
Yes.
So, like I said, she's my favorite. I don't know about you. Is she your favorite now?
It's too soon to tell. I only saw her once. I still have my heart for Nami.
Okay,
I still have my heart for my Tangerine waifu.
Okay. First off, like I said, they're still young. Nico Robin's still young. Nami's still young. Eventually, they'll grow up. Eventually, you'll see them later, and you're gonna probably who knows what.
Yeah, exactly. Only the future will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah,
like I said before, Nami is my current favorite character.
Okay.
I didn't say she's gonna be my permanent forever. Nothing's set in stone because it's a long series. So
it's gonna be a very long series for sure. Plus the other things, you're gonna meet up with other characters as well. So, yeah. Did you see Buggy again, by the way?
I did see. I saw Buggy again. Like I said, Buggy is one of my favorite One Piece characters and my favorite One Piece antagonist so far.
So yeah. So you're on that part of Alabasta then.
Buggy wasn't in the Alabasta. He was still in the East Blue Saga. The last time we saw him was when they arrived at this village.
Okay.
You know the village, Loketown.
Loketown, yeah.
Like the last time we saw Buggy, he was in a Loketown, where he was pretty much battling with Luffy and and all that stuff.
I thought Buggy does come back after what you saw in East Blue.
In terms of the Alabasta saga, Buggy may come back in a later episode of Alabasta.
He does come back. I think he might be back in Alabasta. I might be wrong, but yeah.
I'm saying I'm still watching. I think the last episodes I watched were where Kobe and Hemlet Poop. I watched
it's that one pink haired dude, if I remember right. The blondie with the hair, right?
Yeah, the blonde. I love the friendship that they formed, the bond that they.
Yeah,
share.
at least together. It's weird because he was almost like an enemy to Kobe, but now they're both bonding as partners to say in the Marines.
The character development. Yeah.
I know, and Kobe is a great character, by the way.
Yeah,
he's weird because you started him off as a kid, and then again they'll grow up later on. You'll get to see them later, all grown up later.
Kobe, what I love about Kobe is that It's interesting how Colby felt more like a main character in the live action series than the anime that I've seen so far.
But no, there's more things along the line. I mean, what episodes are you on in Alabasta? You're currently like, what?
Whiskey Peak.
Okay.
The Whiskey Island.
Well, you said you already met up with Nico Robin, and Vivi you already met up with Vivi.
I already met
before.
Vivi, yeah.
There's a lot more characters you'll meet up in Alabasta, so yeah.
And I can't wait for it.
Here's my thing. When you reach Ennis Lobby, then come back to me, and then you'll tell me why Nico Robin's amazing, okay?
Ennis Lobby?
Ennis Lobby, yeah. That's more, I think, in the 200s episodes, so...
Yeah, that's kind of thing. I haven't even reached triple digits yet. The thing is, I haven't
Where are
reached
you at, like
triple
50
digits.
or something? Because like it's so crazy, because like, I know we're going to talk about Netflix and it's bad stuff about it, but One Piece, most of like One Piece is there.
Mid-60s, or somewhere around the mid-60s.
Okay.
So
No, I'm just saying, like, most of One Piece is actually in Netflix, so you can actually catch up with Netflix. Okay, sorry. You can actually catch up with One Piece through Netflix.
I was watching through Netflix, but I'm watching on Crunchyroll because it's better quality.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm watching on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll versus Netflix, is that a new thing now that we're going to talk about?
I mean,
But don't tell me, like, when I watch Demon Slayer on Netflix, does it mean I have to watch it on Crunchyroll because I can get better quality?
I mean, it kind of depends on what you're in the mood for. And the thing is that it depends on, like which streaming service you have a better time watching said series. For me, it's Crunchyroll only by a little bit. I like watching on Netflix too, but, Crunchyroll is where it's at in terms of anime.
Okay, good to know. So keep my animes in Crunchyroll. Don't watch anime in Netflix.
I'm watching Demon Slayer on Netflix.
You do? But Demon Slayer also is great on Crunchyroll. I watch it there.
Like, honestly, it doesn't matter either or. Like, as long as I watch that anime series, I'm good.
I'm gonna just keep on watching it on Crunchyroll or Netflix, but because Netflix actually does have some good quality on it.
Yeah, it's either or.
Okay, well, nonetheless, we have a lot to talk about when it comes to Netflix because this episode's all about Netflix here. But yeah, so you caught up One Piece. That's awesome. Anything else about the weekend?
I just want to talk about our NFL weekend. Of course, my Raiders won.
Oh, great.
My Raiders won.
Oh,
baby,
great.
yes.
Oh my God. Oh,
let's go, baby.
So how's the feeling of winning?
Oh, it feels awesome to know that we have a decent record now. We're 3-3.
Meanwhile, the 49ers...
Our record doesn't suck.
I know. Meanwhile, the 49ers ended up actually losing. Screw you, Jake Moody, for missing a field goal.
Yeah, it's... you guys still have an amazing record, though. 5-1 is, solid.
5-1 is solid, but still, I mean, like, we could have actually won that and actually been 6-0. And then, when I look at the other opponents coming up... they look to be beatable. I mean, Vikings look to be beatable. Bengals may not be, because Bengals are actually pretty good now. I'm looking at them; they're trending up right now. Raiders beat the Patriots, which I hate, by the way. It's my FYI. If you don't know, Patriots are my second team. Hey. So no, don't put that.
Max Crosby. That's sent you for Max Crosby.
No,
yes.
Max. So literally when I came in last Sunday when we were doing recording for the Big City Greens episodes, he came in and then literally on the doorstep, he literally just put up the safety thing. And I'm like, what the heck?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love rubbing this in your face.
No. Oh my God. It was all bad. Nonetheless, I mean, NFL can be crazy sometimes, but you know what though? I mean, we have a pool where we had like a lot of people, like all of our friends and like all of our other friends come over and actually be a part of a pool here where we pick three. Like, we pick a team every week, and then if we do not, if we get 3 strikes during this pool, we end up like getting eliminated. Yeah, we already had one person get eliminated, but me and Omid are still in the pool.
Yeah.
Omid, you picked something in that pool that ended up giving you a strike for the first time.
No. Okay, we got the good news out of the way first. We have to get to the bad.
Hey, I'll hit the baddies already because you told me about the Niners. Okay, it was all bad.
Well, you gotta remind me that the Jets have cost me a strike. It's just like, wow, Jets, you're supposed to suck.
Yeah, no, they're apparently surprising. They're surprising.
The Jets suck at sucking now.
So they end up winning now. Is that what you're trying to say?
I can't believe it.
Okay, so here's the thing. Welcome to the One Strike Club.
I never asked to be part of the club. I
have 1 strike. You have 1 strike. Watch yourself now.
Yeah.
Make sure you pick carefully in the next couple of games.
Yeah, no, I got my teams planned out. So.
Sure. Who knows? They could pull it up. I mean, my pick for that week was Bills, and I ended up like almost losing to the Giants. And I'm like, are you serious?
You know what's crazy? crazy is that the same thing I would like the Chiefs at Jets. I almost lost that because I picked the Chiefs during that game. So.
Oh, you did? Well, they beat the Chiefs.
No.
Oh wait, sorry.
They beat the Jets.
They beat the Jets. Yeah.
They beat the Jets, but the Chiefs almost lost.
Oh. Yeah. See, I'm telling you, the Jets could be.
I was actually sweating in the Chiefs and Jets.
Yeah, yeah. I was sweating through that Bills game because I thought the Giants actually got that touchdown. I'm like, oh no, please no. Oh my god, yeah. Anyways, for my weekend, I didn't really do much this weekend. I was mostly just visited my mom back home. Like I said, nothing really much happened this weekend. I was just chilling at home with my mom, just about to see her again. Got some home cooking for my mom, and then of course watch some football after that. We'll do that convention experience again later. So
yeah, I'll come for TBA.
Yeah. Speaking of conventions, there's this TwitchCon happening over at Las Vegas this weekend, and a couple of our friends are going to be going over there. So for those who are going to TwitchCon, or for those who are, I mean, you're watching on Twitch, so I'm assuming that for those who are watching on Twitch, if you're going to TwitchCon, have a fun time. Looks like you guys looks like it's going to be great over there.
Actually, speaking of which, yeah, there's a friend of mine who I reunited with. So we pretty much went to this KBBQ place to celebrate someone's birthday.
Nice.
And so it was a good chance for me to, see some of my old college friends, again, that I didn't get to see for a while. And so one of them told me he's going to TwitchCon, so I hope he has fun with it.
Is that Glenn?
No, yeah, it was actually Glenn's birthday, so we had an episode.
I don't know what Glenn is doing, but he put it public, and I'm like, dude, I saw the pictures now.
Yeah, we had a fun time. It's just like I said, catching up and stuff.
Yeah, well, he put the pictures up in public, and I'm like, what? Oh, Mead was there. Oh, okay.
I was there.
I don't know Glenn that much, so I don't know.
I honestly don't know either. I'm kind of surprised he invited me. We don't interact that much.
I think he invited me too, but I'm like, I don't need to go because I don't know him that well. So yeah,
it was just good. I went to pretty much see my other friends who I'm much closer with, but it was still a good. Also, all you can eat curry barbecue. You cannot go wrong with all you can eat curry barbecue.
Okay, yeah. And then on Sunday, I also did meet up with my friends. My squad, and we ended up getting some crepes over in Fremont, which is pretty good.
Oh, cool.
Then we got some boba. Obviously, it's like everything after dinner. We always get boba at the end. So
I actually want to check out this crepes place.
Yeah, it's in
Fremont.
Yeah, it's in that one. I don't know. I'll give you directions for that later.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but really chill weekend. I think this weekend's also gonna be pretty chill too. I don't have much going on, but we'll see how it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But nonetheless, I mean, I hope you guys had an amazing week yourselves. So let's get ahead and get this episode started.
Let's get it started.
So let's actually start it off with the Big City Greens episode reviews. There are 2 episodes that came out. Handshaken and Coffee Mates.
How dare you, man? How dare you?
I'm getting my words mixed up. Okay.
I'm gonna balk the hell out of you, man. How dare you get the episode title of an episode to be praised the hell of? You got it wrong, man. You got it wrong. What's wrong with you?
I mean, like. I was confused, okay, but nonetheless, I mean, this episode was actually pretty good for Coffee Mates, but we'll talk about that later. But let's actually start with the Big City Green interview with when we talk about Handshaken. So this episode is all about Cricket getting defeated by this one person named Joshua when it comes to handshakes. Cricket actually trains himself to actually beat Joshua, and in the end, somebody else came in to actually defeat him because he actually started to get all the power in Smalton. So yeah, let's see. First off, we actually get to see good old Joe for one example. Yeah,
good old Joe.
Oh my god, you actually get the voice down too. I'm not gonna lie. Joe is still there. I mean, we even saw him like last season too, where when they moved back to Smalton, Joe's back, and then you always get to see the good old Bill, good old Joe, good old Bill, good old Joe.
Yes, I want to see more of this guy. I actually want to see more episodes with these two because.
Okay, so I like this part here just because they don't say like good old Bill, good old Joe, good old Bill, good old Joe again. Because that's the thing that they do. Like they went to a convention where they both just said that, and the same thing when Joe went over to the Green's house and he did the same thing. Good old Bill, good old Joe. I'm like, and I know it's supposed to be a running joke and all, but I'm like, what the fuck?
It's so funny.
Is there something more important than that? I know you're buddies, but like, come on, do something more than that.
I wish they would do more than that. Like I said, I want to see an episode of just these two farmers.
Yeah. So. Joe's back. That's one thing. You put down a question here. Said that you're very excited about him. Why?
I'm excited about him because, like I said, he's a chill and down to earth farmer, and he's a kind of best friend that Bill needed. Whereas Cricket has Remy. Tilly has Andromeda.
Andromeda, yeah.
Andromeda. Bill has Joe.
Okay, so there's that, because like Bill, I don't even know if Bill has any friends out there. That's the thing. So the only friend that Bill would have would be Joe. But then like in the city, does he have any friends too? Actually, that might not be true.
See, that's what I mean. Like Joe's the kind of guy that Bill needs.
That's true, yeah. So, what was it? You get to see Bill and Joe. They all hang out. They're on this one little seed. This is one of the little seed store. But when they start hanging out with each other, they do actually meet up with this one person, or this one group led by this man named Joshua. And apparently, he has a thing about this town. It's about this handshake, hand grip thing that he does.
Yeah, it's let me tell you, like when it comes to this guy, he's the kind of guy you don't want touching your hand.
Yeah, but the big thing about this is like I understand, like we get to see like Bill and Joe ended up getting scared for this guy, and I'm like, okay, first off, he gives me that like gang aura where it's like, okay, yeah, I can understand why Joshua ends up like becoming, well, he has a crew, and it's kind of like if you see that crew come by and walking towards you, you kind of like fear for your life when it comes to that happening, you know?
Yeah, look at like, you know, like Bill, how he's kind of like, you know, backing off. Well, actually, we'll touch upon that plot point later, but yeah.
But when you first saw that scene, you're feeling like he's scared. He's like, uh-oh, this isn't good.
Yeah. And to be honest, if I were in his position, I'd feel the same way.
Yeah, for poor Bill in this case. But then when you see Remy, Cricket, and Tilly kind of like staying down there, like you're saying like, oh, why are my dad and why is Joe not liking this guy? Well, it turns out that this whole hand grip thing is what his reputation was. And well, unfortunately, Cricket was thinking about actually taking a handshake with him, and it turned out actually crushing his hand.
Oh, look at that! Look at Cricket's hand. His hand's like a red twig right now.
Yeah,
poor guy.
Do you feel bad for Cricket though when he did this?
I do, yeah. Because look at the guy. Like, you know, like this guy should go to a hospital.
He literally got like a withered arm right there, like with the pain that he just ended up enduring.
like whereas like last week's episode, in like the comedy club, he got you know emotionally hurt. This guy is physically hurt.
Yeah.
In this episode.
Yeah, I feel bad for Cricket just because, like, I think he was trying to, like, say, like, hey, he had a handshake with Joshua, but then he didn't know how strong Joshua was when it comes to the handshake, that he ended up just being like that. And, yeah, just sorry for Cricket in this case, just because he ended up in this kind of situation.
I know, right? Yeah. I mean, like, you just can't help but feel bad for the poor guy. It's just like...
Yeah, but here's the thing about Cricket. He really wants to get revenge. Literally, he would love to get revenge, but that he would love to... he really was about to get on Joshua, and then they had to get, like, Tilly and Remy to pretty much restrain him.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way they're trying to restrain him. It's just like, yeah.
So throughout this next couple of minutes, we end up seeing like Cricket try to like grip up some things to at least get his like grip to be a little bit stronger. So he ended up going through like squeezing bottles, squeezing sponges, squeezing cow udders, for example, and it's not strong enough. It's not strong enough. So you get to see him like in pain and agony just to see if he can actually get that strong grip that Joshua has.
That's how training works. It's just like, hey, no pain, no gain.
That's true. But then I can see his struggling face here. It's like, oh my god.
But by the way, you know, if you take it out of context, yeah.
Hey, we're not being adult here. What are you doing?
I'm just like, if you try to take it out of context, comment section go nuts.
Hey, what are you doing?
Like, what is there to say?
What are we doing? Are we getting ourselves canceled already? What is wrong with you?
Don't blame me. Blame Big City Greens. Apparently, it's getting more dirtier.
No, not really. Although to be fair, I did watch this one episode of Big City Greens where apparently like a leech ended up like sucking Tilly's blood.
Oh
yeah! Did you remember that episode? That. Chill Bill, yeah. That I watched that episode last night, and I was like, "Oh wait, can we do that?" Literally, she's like, her blood is getting sucked dry from that thing.
Oh, it's terrible.
I know, yeah. That one was something. I don't expect this to be like. I thought it was just funny, just for him to like try to do as much as he can to like squeeze something. Yeah. Look, I'm not being sick here. Disgusting. Oh my god! But
Cricket's really milking this training, god. Right?
What's wrong with you?
Milking.
What's wrong?
He's milking it.
He's milking it. Yes. All right, but here's the thing: his grip is still weak and everything. But What happened later was that he ended up actually like trying to grip on a horse, like trying to ride on a horse, and it ended up actually flipping him all the way to the top here. And he ended up like hanging on for dear life, and we didn't realize that he was hanging on for like hours trying to get help.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so poor Cricket in this case, because Tilly and Remy both didn't actually see him at all.
Yeah, seriously, like Cricket looks so worn out in this. I swear.
So first off, feel bad for him, but at the same time, that actually did help him out when it came to his handshake because it ended up giving him stronger hands, very strong hands.
Look at that. Like honestly, you look at this as like that is a Hulk hand.
Yeah, that looks like a really Hulk
Cricket
hand.
smash.
Yeah, it looked like something that he was about to get stronger with, like he was about to like smash a wall or something like that. It's something like don't mess with his right hand or else he's gonna do something about it.
Wreck it, Cricket. Please wreck it, Cricket. I'm gonna wreck it.
Yeah, in this case, yeah. So with the strong hand in mind, they went back to the seed place, and well, he gets to meet up with this gang. So this whole gang like would all face off with Cricket, and each of them will get defeated one by one and all. They end up getting the red hands too. So Cricket did a really good job when it comes to training this day.
I swear, if there was a badass like action flick, starring Cricket Green or with just like actually no, there should be an action movie starring a kid who has a mighty hand like Cricket. That movie would sell fast.
Yeah, that's true. But I was just like, that mean like Cricket's about to be like a badass here. He's about to take down this gang. And obviously the one thing that stands between like him and like being an amazing person with the handshakes is this Joshua guy. So you get to see this little battle between Joshua and Cricket.
Yes.
And in the end, who ended up dominant? Oh boy, Cricket.
Our favorite farm boy. Cricket Green.
So Cricket ended up actually defeating all of them. Man,
all that training really did pay off, huh, Cricket? Let me tell you, like honestly, this is the moment he trained for. This is the moment that, this is his major W moment. Like standing up to a bunch of adults, squeezing their hand, letting him know he's the biggest man in the room, despite the fact that he's a little boy.
It's weird that he ended up like all he did was just literally like grabbed on rope for like hours, and then he ended up getting a stronger hand from that. I'm like, what? Usually you would just pull your arm from that. Your arm will get pulled from that. To be fair, like I don't know if I want to do that for a while.
You know how I get strong arms? You just go to the gym, and be like,
yeah, you got to.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, but then when it comes to hand grips, that's a different problem. That's a different thing.
I'm just like there should be like those machines in the gym where there's
this one thing where you can like squeeze to actually make your grip like stronger, but
I see.
Yeah, you can buy those like easily from like a Target or something.
Oh yeah.
But no, nonetheless, this gang gets defeated and Cricket reigns supreme.
Yes, Sheriff Cricket.
Now here's the problem about this though, the power is gonna get to his head.
Yeah, like honestly, like I'm just gonna say this right now. Cricket's handshake is pretty much his final smash, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's Cricket's final smash.
Yeah, it is Cricket's final smash, but now he ended up defeating this gang, and now it seems that he's the main person who's pretty much like being like Joshua now. Like
he's gone mad with power.
Like Joshua's the one that's the reason why like Smalton gets scared and things. Now with Cricket with the power, he's now ending up becoming like Joshua and starts to like smash like crack like smash hands everywhere just because of his new grip and all.
He's gone mad with power.
Yeah, he's starting out to be, well, kind of a jerk now.
I mean, it's nothing new with Cricket. Like, Cricket's had his jerky moments in other episodes, so.
Yeah. So here he comes, reigning supreme, talking to Smalton like, hey, I'm the next big guy here. And now he's starting to crush hands everywhere.
He's literally terrorizing the town.
Yeah, he's literally crushing fingers everywhere, and also, just being like Joshua before, being the scared being the person being feared around town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is not looking good for Cricket. He's got power. He definitely feels like a monster to say.
Like his hand is the monster, but then again, like it's the person using the monster scene that becomes a monster. And in this case, Cricket is the monster.
Yeah, and I feel bad for... like I said, this is, again, Cricket just being so powerful, just having the power getting over to his head. And no doubt, it just feels like you don't want to mess with him right now.
Oh, you don't. You don't want to touch this guy's hand. Like, you want to keep your hands away from him. Be like, I'm hands-free. I'm staying my hands-free.
Or more like run away from him. That's what everyone did in Smalton. Okay. They all ran away from him, or else their hands are gonna get squished.
I do the same too, yeah.
So here's the thing. Who's going to defeat this guy? Because he's just going to run over Smalton. It turns out it's Bill.
Yes.
Oh. Now, I'm most surprised about this, by the way. I never expected Bill, out of all people, to actually have a stronger grip than Cricket. A stronger grip than Cricket?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It makes sense when you think about the fact that Bill has been a hard-working farm worker, a hard-working farmer for most of his life. So, and he embraces and even loves doing the hard work. So it makes sense that, not only would his hands be strong, but also like his arm and all that stuff. So it makes sense that, he would be the one to have, like even when Cricket does all the trading, it doesn't compare to 1/4 of the strong hand, the hand strength that Bill has.
I mean, to be fair, like as a farmer that Bill was, that Bill currently is. Bill definitely has his arm, like his strength when it came to actually being part of the farm. So, you never expect that out of Bill, knowing that he's just chucks lettuces, pulls carrots.
Oh yeah,
does all these things.
That's a lot of labor work.
Do a lot of things to make the farm work.
Like he's working a lot with his hands. So, like I said, it makes sense that he would be matching up against Cricket.
So this comes here in Smalton, where both Bill and Cricket have this small challenge here. I love how this little show off begins between both of them happen.
Yeah, it's Wild Wild West style.
It is pretty much, and because you can see like Cricket's hat, he's like very westerny too. So it just feels very westerny with this whole episode here.
Another thing too is that I also love this one dialogue where this one line where Bill says, "Bring it on in, you son of a Bill."
Oh my god. Somebody actually did a thing where they actually censored off the Bill part. And it's like, Bill, language, don't do that now. So yeah, the showdown begins. Both of them are about to grip their hands, and whoever crushes their hands first ends up losing. I mean, first off, when you saw this fight, you were thinking I was already thinking from the beginning. I'm like, I can understand Bill is going to win now.
I mean, he has to, right?
Yeah, to defeat Cricket and his son and all.
Let's go, Bill. Let's go, Bill.
Now, here's the thing, too. They did go to a flashback where Bill apparently wasn't fearing for his life against Joshua. He ends up actually, not making sure that Joshua doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
He did some sort of thing like this where he was about
I love
to
that. And also
punch him or something.
that smirk on his face is just like, okay, I'll let you easy, little guy.
Yeah, well, because of that, Cricket realized that his dad is actually stronger than him, and he ends up being defeated.
Yes.
Oh my god. I love this part here where the flashlight comes in and then it explodes Smalton. It feels Dragon Ball Z-ish. I'm like, what the heck?
Anime inspiration right here.
I know, right? Oh my god. And yeah, Bill ends up winning. Cricket is defeated, and Smalton pretty much lives on.
And Smalton is saved thanks to Bill.
Thanks to Bill. And do you remember the song at the end though?
Here's Bill. Here's Bill.
No, he's Bill.
He's Bill.
He's not. It's not really. That's not really like a hero send off. But I really do. I love how Joe just ends up just saying he's
I love
Bill.
how Joe sings it.
He's Bill.
He's Bill. That song is so catchy.
It's supposed to be like a walk-off thing. When you watch westerns, you always see a walk-off song where it's not like a western hero just walks off into the desert.
The Good, the Bad, and the Cricket.
Yeah, pretty much that. And Bill is the one person, and I love how Joe just sings that one song.
The Green, the Bill, and the Cricket.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Well, that was pretty much the episode, by the way, for Handshaken. I thought it was okay of an episode. Not bad. We don't give ratings for Big City Grease episodes. I have to say, not bad of an episode. I mean, it's just something that's a little bit similar, like something simple where Cricket ends up having the power, and then of course his dad comes in just to defeat it all and everything. So it's more of don't underestimate your dad. I know that you're trying to be the better hero and all, but don't underestimate your power, because there could be another person that could actually be better than you.
Yeah, I enjoyed this episode for what it is. I wouldn't consider it one of my top favorites of the season. Obviously, we're going to talk about episodes that's far superior. However, I will say this is quite a entertaining episode. It teaches Cricket the lesson of humility, humbleness and all that stuff, and not to abuse your strength. And also, that song He's Bill, like, it'll live rent free in my head.
I mean, there's more other songs that Big City Greens has, to be fair. So yeah. All right. So yeah, that's the end of Handshaken. That was one episode that came out during this weekend. Omiya's already shaking his fingers. He already knows what he's gonna talk about now. We did preview about this last week, by the way, that we're gonna be talking about Coffee Mates. This is the episode. This is the Gloria. This is not. I was about to say Gloria Green. I'm like Gloria Sato episode.
She feels like a green. She
Okay.
feels like a green.
Just because she's living in this Green's house, okay? I get it. Yes. But let's talk about Coffee Mates.
Yes! Let's go! The moment I've been waiting for. We were going to talk. Get ready for 2 hours to be praising this episode. Let's go. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, no.
Hype is real. Hype is real. Oh, God, yes.
All right. So,
I'm going to do my hype dance. Let's go.
all right. So, for this episode of Coffee Mates, this is the episode where Gloria Sato ends up, like, wanting to, like, she's having a problem with her social life because she's been working a lot in the Gloria Green Cafe. So, the best solution for her is to actually hire her best friends for them to also work in the cafe. But it turns out to actually have some consequences.
Yeah, so now of course we do see Gloria, working as usual, hardworking woman, running the cafe. She's running the cafe all nice and stuff. And so what happens is that, the Caitlins come by to visit Gloria, and they ask if she wants to hang out. But of course she says, I can't. I'm busy running the cafe. To which Alice advises Gloria, why don't you take a day off and hang out with your friends? And then Gloria's like, I don't have anyone to run my cafe, but what if I hire my friends and then I'll spend time with them while at work?
Yeah, and to be fair, there's gonna be a lot of mistakes that comes to it when we're gonna talk about that later.
Here's the thing: work life and social life are important. Balancing both are important, but not combining.
Yeah, tell that to Gloria because that's the part of the episode here.
That's a lesson that she's going to learn in this episode.
Yeah, so let's move on here. So things are pretty much casual over at the Gloria Green Cafe, where you get to see Gloria, Cricket, and Alice pretty much working and making sure the whole thing is just standing still and that everything is fine. That is until the Caitlins came in and actually video called her.
Bridesmaids!
What? Oh my god.
These are our bridesmaids!
What?
For our wedding!
What?
Just kidding. All right.
What?
Okay. In all seriousness, though, I really do like the Caitlins. Like the last time we saw the Caitlins were when Tilly and Andromeda snuck into this club to pretty much help Gloria out.
Yeah.
I'm
not gonna lie though. I thought we're not gonna see them for quite a while, but we did get a reference. Remember that episode Big Picture where Gloria was talking about the Caitlins literally hanging out while she's just watching a movie with the Greens. Yeah, she's talking about her social life and trying to get like a picture in Instagram or something. But it's weird because like this is season 4 and they're still talking to Gloria, and I'm like, okay, cool. Gloria and the Caitlins are still talking, which is I believe that they're still friends even if Gloria doesn't hang out with them that much.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I like the fact that how the Caitlins are very patient with her, and they still consider her a friend no matter how busy she is.
Yeah,
and they still ask her to hang out. It's just like I love the fact that they value her as a friend, but unfortunately, real life and work do get in the way.
Yeah, which it's what Gloria has to go through, considering that obviously it's her social life versus her, her work life. Her work life obviously gets her busy, which kind of ruins her social life because all of her friends ends up doing other things like spa days and pool days and all these other things. So.
I want an episode where Gloria and the Caitlins have their own spa day. I would pay the Houghton brothers big time money just for these 4 to have an episode together. Please make it happen. Please,
so I have a girlfriends episode. Okay, so it's kind of like
a girlfriends episode.
It's kind of like Amphibia where you get to see Anne and Polly end up having a girl time.
Yes, like give her the episode. Like she deserves it. Mm-hmm. She deserves a spa day.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see more of the Caitlins just because they end up actually like. Well, here's the thing. Like, well, I'm gonna explain about this later who the Caitlins are because like I just noticed that the Caitlins are something that it's like a big trope at Disney TVA recently. Yeah. So let's continue on here, shall we? Yeah, Caitlins ended up like doing some social stuff here, like I love this fact here. Like they're having a spa day, cool, Caitlin. But then your hashtag set by Walt is crying, and I'm like, why are you doing? You're spending so much money to do a spa day.
I should actually put up that hashtag whenever I go to a con.
Yes, when you go to a convention.
When I go to a convention, I go to Dior's Hall or Artist Alley.
Yeah,
I'm gonna post up all my swag, and then I'm gonna put up hashtag my wall is crying.
I think that would be for you and Artist Alley for sure. Or,
Me and Artist Alley.
Yeah, you and Artist Alley for sure, because like anything you see when it comes to like Code Geass or like favorite anime or One Piece. Oh no, don't remind me. But you go to now you're into One Piece. You're gonna put a lot of One Piece stuff now.
I'm gonna buy the hell out of so much Nami stuff. I'm gonna buy me some Nami figures, Nami plushies, Nami.
Oh my god. So you're. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. He should cosplay Sanji just because he's a Nami fan.
It's either Luffy or Sanji. I'm considering Sanji because sipping over Nami would be in character.
Sanji does sip for Nami.
Sanji sips for Nami. See, that's the thing. Like, it makes sense for the character.
Yeah.
So, obviously when I meet a Nami cosplayer, obviously I'm going to be friendly towards them.
Nami Swan.
But again, keep in mind, cosplay is not consent.
Yeah, please don't do that. Don't be that creep now.
Oh, no, I'm not.
All right, I'll be another story. We'll go back to the convention story later. Anyways, they're having a real social life. So here's one thing that Gloria would love to do: actually get the Caitlins to actually work for her.
Yeah, honestly, like I said before, this is an idea that I get why Gloria wants to do this. Like, she's unable to leave the cafe, but at the same time, she wants to spend time with her friends. We've all been there where it's like we wish our personal friends would be in the same workplace with us. However, Gloria learns the hard way why it doesn't exactly work.
Okay, so here's when I first saw this scene. I'm kind of like, what will the Caitlins do? They didn't know how to make coffee. Do they know how to run a register? Do they even know how to make a pastry or anything like that? And it tells me, like, this is going to not look good because the Caitlins are just mostly in their, like, Instagrams and social media stuff, just doing some random stuff here and there. I don't feel like they're going to do well when it comes to working, to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's, like, of course, now coworkers, you can, of course, be friends with coworkers, but the thing is, the same coworker, the coworker was your friend. They got to have the same attitude. They got to have the same job skills. It all just comes down to their job skills and their attitude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I have coworkers, like in my new job, I still treat them as coworkers. To say, not really friends yet, but we'll see.
Same here. I just treat my coworkers as just that coworkers.
Yeah, unless they actually like have a familiar thing with me, then maybe we might be friends. Who knows? Yeah, it's tough to do that. But anyways, let's continue on here. We'll go to the side. Now, here's another thing. That this episode does have a side story where we get to see Tilly Green actually have a midlife crisis when she's only like 11.
Who has a midlife crisis at 11? It's like she's not even adult age. She's not even teenage years. She's not even adolescence.
She's literally like a kid, and she just saw a gray hair on her comb while she's brushing her hair, and now she's kind of crazy about it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when you see a gray hair on your comb when you're brushing your hair, would you get panicky too?
I would be concerned. I would be concerned.
Okay, so I've seen this before, but the thing is, like, some people could get stressed that gray hairs would come out. So maybe it could be stress that Tilly has or anything like that. So, I mean, if I know my age and I see a gray hair, it's more like, okay, de-stress. I don't think it's going to be like where I'm going to see a lot of gray hair or something like that.
Yeah, I can't really see any gray hair from me, not that I recall. So,
yeah, so hopefully you don't have any. All right, so yeah. That's the beginning of the side story that we have here in this episode, where Tilly is going through this midlife crisis and wants to get young again. But we'll go back to her later. We go back to the main story where we get to see Gloria and her friends.
They're just girlfriends. They're girlfriends.
They're all pretty much hired. They're all just chilling, taking pictures and stuff like that. But here's the bad thing about working for the Caitlins. That actually would really ruin their social life.
Oh my gosh! Like, no matches on Cinder for 3 minutes. Big deal. I don't get any matches ever. Like, for 3 months.
I do love the fact here where they put up this AKA quote Tinder thing that Caitlyn has, and she said like, oh my god, I don't have a match in like 3 minutes, and I'm like, well, because you're working. Don't put your phone down. So I know that their social life is like ruined just because like they're not posting up a lot, and then like I guess their clout ended up like falling down.
Also, I love the black tears on this blue Caitlyn. Like
I'm not surprised. Like
crying black tears is pretty much one of the most comedic cries in animation.
You know what? It reminds me of another Caitlyn. Do you remember that one Caitlyn?
I remember that Caitlyn.
From that one show, 16, if everyone remembers 16.
I remember 16,
Yeah, she has also the black makeup, so I'm just saying, it's familiar. It's supposed to be something like that, that's funny and all.
What is it with Caitlyn and black tears?
It's makeup. It runs down them, and it gets the black makeup off, So, yeah, they're in a panic mode and stuff like that. So... I hate what Gloria does here, because Gloria ends up just taking pictures for their social media stuff, and I'm like, Gloria, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're supposed to work on you're supposed to work on the job, because you're leaving your only coworker literally working in all this coffee stuff. What is happening with Gloria, sir? Your wife is not doing great, sir.
Okay. Like I said in last week's episode. Okay, just because I love Gloria, right? Like just because I love Gloria with all my heart. Of course, she's my absolutely beautiful wife. You know, like, I'm married to her. Just because I'm married to her doesn't mean I can't criticize her. So honestly, I'm just going to say, yeah, in all fairness, it's not fair to Cricket.
Look.
I mean, think about it. Like, he's an 11-year-old kid, and, you know, he's pretty much getting swamped with all this work. It's like, that's so much work that for even like a 15-year-old. Like, this is a little kid.
Like, he's literally making all the coffee while Gloria is just taking pictures of her friends. And I'm like, uh-oh, this is not looking good for the boss.
But, I can make the counter argument, like, to be fair, is that, let's be honest here. Cricket has given Gloria stress during her time at work. So, you know, it's a nice little comeback, nice little payback to see, like, you know, what if it's the other way around?
No.
Whereas Gloria's the one good
No, I still say, because, here's the thing, like Cricket's just working just because it's like work for him. But the thing is, like, dude, he's a kid. And the other thing too is, like, I don't like how Gloria's just being a boss right here, where she's just like getting other coworkers to work, even if Gloria needs to be there to help her out, you know? Like, forget about the social media stuff. I understand your Caitlyn's are supposed to like be having the clout and getting so popular, but I'm like, guys, no, this is not how you do it, Gloria.
I'm just like, okay, on one hand I understand, but on the other hand, you know, I'm more like, you know, that kind of mindset.
Okay, don't do counterpart here. This is Gloria's fault for sure. Because, like, you're the boss. You're supposed to run this, like, business properly, and you're not doing well because you're just having a kid end up, like, working everything right now.
Well, here's kind of the thing, too, is that, you know, Gloria this is the social life that she's been waiting for.
Yeah,
like, this is the social life Gloria's been yearning. So, of course, she's going to milk it for as long as she has.
Yeah, but, like I said, Cricket's not feeling good right now. I can tell you that. This ends up like really doing well. I mean, to say the least, the business looks like it's about to fall down. Let's go back to Tilly, because you can see Tilly has a midlife crisis. She wants to get young again. So she does whatever it takes to get young again. Listening to like some sort of, Groblin's preschool CD or something like that. And even dressing up like a baby again.
Man, like... Rugrats is looking really good. This is Disney's Rugrats right now.
No, but like, I love how in this end part here she ends up like saying Yahoo, and then she rips up her old onesie.
Also, yes, I would adopt Tilly Green as my baby.
Oh my god,
I would adopt baby Tilly.
Yeah, but like I understand. Like, she has a great hair. She'll do whatever it takes to get young, but I don't think this is a great way to do it. I just saw this and I'm like, okay, first off, cute. She has pigtails on, but like, no, I don't like that.
I'm kind of surprised. You know what they should have done? They should have gone with like the sucking on the pacifier. Yeah. Kind of like Maggie Simpson. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that gag somewhere.
They didn't do that gag, but she was sucking on a pacifier in this case.
Yeah. But all that, like, you know, she should have been doing constantly like Maggie Simpson, like I said. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to Gloria and the Green Cafe, because it currently is not doing great. What's that?
They're both Disney properties.
Oh yeah. Dude, look, Cricket is still suffering from this guy. Man, what's going on? Where's Gloria? Where's the Caitlyn's? Where's Gloria and the Caitlyn's? Apparently, they're currently on break, and, you know, pretty much Gloria took all the pictures, and the Caitlyn's are about to see all the pictures that Gloria had taken, and they weren't even that great either, because they're cringing on it.
I love the cringing face. It's like, another meme picture, like, okay, like, you know, we got so many... Big City Grace is giving us the meme images. This is another one of them. It's like, you supposed to cringe.
Yeah.
And hey...
What?
These three easily beat Tanjiro.
What?
They just beat Tanjiro in the...
that one cringe one?
In the cringe one.
Hey, she was looking down at Zenitsu. How dare you diss my boy Zenitsu here? How dare you?
I'm just saying, like, you know, like, these three are the new Tanjiro cringe meme.
Oh my god. No. I think there's like more cringe things that come up, but like this definitely does sound like a cringe thing though. But dude, go back to the main story here. Gloria's taking photos of the Caitlyn's, and the Caitlyn's don't like it. You're leaving Cricket to work, and of course the big long line, a lot of complaints happening. Look, dude, Gloria's becoming a bad boss, okay?
But she's not a bad person.
still a bad boss right now.
There's a difference between a bad boss and a bad person. And in this case,
Nope.
Cricket Gloria wasn't being sort of an unfair boss. I'll say this, she was being, I'm so sorry to say it, an unfair boss towards Cricket.
Yes, she's very unfair to
Your
co-workers. What kind of boss is Gloria?
What do my heart? I can't believe I said that.
Oh, Gloria.
My heart hurts every time I have to, criticize a character, but it says...
But it's all true.
Something that's criticizing. Tough love.
But
yes.
it's all true. But it's all true, though. That's what I'm saying.
It is tough love, though. So, Gloria, I love you, but there's this one instance where I have to say you could have done better.
Yeah, so here's the thing. They cringe this because they're, not really doing well on social media. Their cloud is definitely going down. So, this one, Caitlyn, ended up actually having an idea for them to actually go to a cat cafe. And, well, Gloria would actually have to stop them because she's gonna make her cafe a cat cafe. And I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. First off, there's the trouble with Cricket and all the coffee orders that she had to go through. And now you're going to see Gloria put up more cats now. I think it's gonna get more chaotic in this cafe than just regular old coffee and pastries, to say.
Yeah, another thing too is that Gloria sends Cricket out to go get the cats.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, okay, give the kid a break, Gloria. Give the kid a break.
I know you're
again. I'm sorry to say it. I love you, but give the kid a break.
Look, Gloria, I understand. Gloria's trying to make sure the Caitlyn's and the Caitlyn's still like Gloria, even if they're workers, So I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Anyways, back to Tilly. So again, to make her feel younger, she actually hangs out with literally babies. and so she literally goes to a sandbox and literally just does what the babies do. They bite on cars, they play in the sandbox, and they even stare at her and drool. It's very creepy, actually. It kind of tells me kids are really creepy and weird.
This is you know what this is? This is if Disney was ripping off Nickelodeon with Rugrats. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, good thing it's not a Rugrats. This is just more of how Rugrats would be if it was real. If it was more real than just babies talking in the show. Yeah. So yeah, little babies can be quite creepy.
But the eyes are kind of cute, though. The eyes are kind of cute.
I was just talking about they're like monster eyes. It's they're staring into your soul.
But they're big eyes. The big eyes, it's they stare at yourself at the same time. You just can't help but be like...
So even if Tilly ends up hanging out with these babies, she knows how creepy they are, and she runs away, and the babies end up just chilling in the sandbox. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tilly, I understand you're trying to stay young, but this is not the way to do it, especially if you're trying to do all these baby stuff.
Also, midlife crisis. Tilly, you're 11 years old. You died at 100. So yeah, you're not nearly...
It's a stupid gray hair thing.
Midlife. See, midlife happens when you're around your 40s or 50s.
Yeah, but nonetheless,
it's called midlife.
Yeah, I know. Don't tell me she passes in 20s. I'm like, no, don't tell me that. But she ends up getting the gray hair. I understand your panic and stuff like that. I feel like Tilly was panicking just like Bill did, like in that Junkie episode.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Paranoia runs in the Green family.
I think that's how the motto is, though. All right, so back to the Gloria and Green Cafe, and it turns out he ends up getting those cats, and the Gloria and Green Cafe became a cat cafe. Well, the unfortunate part is that these cats are, messy.
Yeah, and it drives the customers away, and then, of course, Cricket goes on strike.
I understand why Cricket did this, because, look, you put Cricket in so much pressure with all these, jobs that he had to do, and then Gloria was just hanging out with the Caitlyns, doing pictures and stuff like that. It made sense for him to actually strike and put up this sign saying, Gloria's a bad boss. So, I'm sorry. It's true. It is true. Gloria's a bad boss. It was a bad boss.
I don't blame Cricket for striking Gloria. There, I said it. Damn it. Oh my god. Oh my god. What have I done? I feel like a traitor.
But she was a bad boss. Okay, so he admits it, by the way. She is a bad boss.
It's not that she's a bad boss, son. I'm a bad husband.
Oh my god. This is going on again.
I'm a bad husband. I'm sorry.
But still, so I stand with Cricket on this one. Omid, I don't know about you in your case.
I don't blame Cricket for taking this approach. I don't blame Cricket. That's all I gotta say. You could definitely see why, but on the other hand, you can see why Gloria went the way she did also. But it just wasn't fair to put all this pressure on 11-year-olds. So, like I said before, mixed.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I stand by Cricket anyways. Gloria was definitely a bad boss for sure. So here's the thing. Cricket is gone. He's pretty much striking out in front of the Gloria and Green Cafe, while the Caitlins still need to work. So they have to like try to figure out how to make a coffee, for example. So
which they don't know how to do.
I love this part here where they're just looking at the machine and they don't know how to grind coffee beans, for example. So I love this part because like where they're trying to figure out how to do it. They plug it in and apparently the beans are grinding, and then apparently Caitlin's bracelet was grinded too. And then their answer of trying to get Caitlin's bracelet back is to actually put more beans in. Oh my god, the Caitlins don't know how to work, and of course
no experience,
and that ends up with them just having a disaster.
That's kind of the thing. It's that like it gives Gloria a hard lesson on why like you shouldn't hire your friends like based on like bias or anything. They actually have to have the skills to actually work. And would you know it, like they're anything but skillful in this case.
They are not in this case. And just look at them; they're just really in a panic mode.
It's raining coffee beans. Raining coffee beans.
They're not feeling well right now. So yeah, this is not good. The business looks like it's about to fall. Business is about to fall because of Gloria's little boss intact.
No, I don't want my girl to fail. I don't want her business to fall.
So yeah, Cricket needs to obviously stand in. Obviously, he's striking. But the worst part of it all is that she actually.
Oh! My poor baby girl! Look how sad she is.
Well, here's the thing: the business is failing. The Caitlins get fired, or not get fired. It's more like they got let go. They said that they quit. But then yeah, everybody from the cafe pretty much left, and Gloria pretty much has a messed up cafe.
My poor baby is sadness. My sweet wife. Look how sad she is. You can't help but feel sorry for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my poor heart.
Yeah, so I think this is what she deserves. So to be fair, Gloria ends up messing up the cafe.
No, she doesn't. Shut up. She deserves.
I know you're trying to defend Gloria as much as you can.
She works too hard.
I know you're trying to defend Gloria as much as you can, but man, this is not looking good for her.
She works so hard for this Green's Cafe, and it all falls apart. Her dreams are crushed forever.
Yeah, her dreams are crushed forever by herself. It's her to blame too.
Yeah, but like she made a mistake, but even so, it's like you can't help but feel bad for her. It's like she worked so hard for this cafe. She poured all the blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, she definitely
to make her dream come true and all smash.
Yeah, she definitely did whatever it takes to make sure the business is still running. But yeah, right now it feels like she has to restart. She definitely needs to restart the cafe. Make sure it's back to its regular old self where they only make coffee and pastries, no cats, no other coworkers to help out, or not her friends to help out, or else it's gonna be like all bad to say.
Yeah, so like what I like about like I said before, it gives her a lesson on how you shouldn't force your work life and your social life to combine.
Yeah, I love that. I love the fact that even Cricket even told her that too. So Cricket actually gave him some good advice about that. So that's one thing about it.
That was mainly Alice.
Was it Alice? I thought it was also Cricket. Cricket also said like you don't need to mix both lives at the same time or something.
I mean, Cricket did, but it was mainly Alice that kind of like drove this lesson to her.
Well, nonetheless, I mean, Gloria will understand her lesson after this. And FYI, Cricket, please get a rabies shot. Oh, that looks painful.
Ouch.
Yeah, and that's the blame of Gloria. Look what you almost did. Gloria, it looks like Cricket has rabies because of that.
Cricket definitely needs to get that checked.
Yeah, a cat ends up biting him.
And also, that sign... Okay, I'm not going to put a defense. He put up that sign, like, since he got hired. It's not like he made that sign immediately.
I think he made it, like, during his break or something.
No, he said it, like, he actually said that, he made up the sign when he first got hired.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So this tells you that he hated work in general, so... Yeah, it's pretty much...
Although it took him, 4 seasons to finally use that.
So I will use that semi-defense, not really, that, this is the kind of hard work that Cricket needed, because he did suck off.
Yeah. Well,
he has sucked off in the past, so he had to learn, the hard way about, how to do, the heavy load. Whereas Gloria had to do the heavy load for him in the past, where they were coworkers at Big Coffee. Now it's the other way around.
Yeah, nonetheless, I mean, Gloria has to refix the whole cafe after the mess that she's done. Mm-hmm. And, of course, rehire Cricket, if anything, or else he's still striking.
And also treat Cricket more fairly.
Exactly. Yeah, Gloria should do better than that, you know. Anyways, back to Tilly here, where Tilly apparently still has her midlife crisis, and she's just doing taxes now. Apparently, I love this part here where she actually talks about 401ks, and I'm like, dude, that's what I do. Oh no!
Don't talk to me about 401ks.
I need to get a 401k. Retirement's coming up real soon. So the thing is that the answer was actually revealed here in this one scene here, where apparently the gray hair came from Dirtbag, their cat. And it apparently came out from one of her hairs came into the comb, and looks like it's just her gray hair.
Yeah, so it turns out that Tilly doesn't have a midlife crisis after all. She never had the gray hair.
She never need to have the the midlife crisis. It was just more of Dirtbag's hair on the comb, and well, now we found our answer. Mm-hmm. Now, but here's another big problem that also happened too. It turns out Bill also has gray hair. Oh,
meme. Another meme. Another memeable image right there.
Oh
Depressed Bill. Capture that. Capture that.
Look, I feel bad for Bill because like that gray hair that was popping out, it was literally attached to his head, and yeah, he's getting old. Ooh, that's not good to see.
Look at that. Look at that poor face.
I can feel for Bill too, and also this one scene here where literally the lights go out and Bill's like literally just staring at the table. He's just just in a very depressed state, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad for him.
This guy, I swear.
Yeah. Well, now Bill has to figure out about his midlife crisis now.
Yeah, it's like I said before, like please go to our Patreon, pledge how much you want, and if you pledge enough, you can get this image as well as the other memeable images I mentioned. You know, you could download it and use it for reactionary purposes.
Yeah, we love that. We're having the credit for that too, but nonetheless. So back to the Gloria and Green Cafe. Turns out that Gloria now figured out how to actually run a business here, and actually did hire a good coworker. This one person named Jan. Is that her name?
Jade.
Jade.
Jade is her shift manager. She's pretty much taken over whenever Gloria wants to go out and hang out with friends. And
yeah,
stuff.
which is great because like I know that Gloria is supposed to be the boss of the cafe, but now with this shift manager person, now she actually can figure out like who can get hired, like also give Cricket a break or give Cricket like a good time for them to work. Same with Alice too, and things like that. So I think that's actually really good for Gloria to actually get hired this one person to help them out when it comes to like the whole business and stuff.
For the record, I already love this character. I love the fact of how like how much of a woman she is.
She's very helpful.
she's too helpful.
She's very like she's too helpful that it kind of gets creepy sometimes too.
I like to see later episodes with Jaden because let me tell you, she has potential to appear in more episodes to become a legit memorable character. I want to see more of her.
I think so. There might be more like things with her, maybe like some side stuff. Anyways, also this voice actress, by the way, Liza Koshy. She's the voice of Jane, and I am liking it just because Liza Koshy is everywhere now. So I mean, she's literally in Hansel and Gretel and like a lot of other things. So yeah, I think she's becoming like a huge partner in Disney TVA now.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, and the thing is like she's hired to make sure that Gloria has a good social life. So it makes sense for them to like
this is perfect.
Literally just drive in a convertible.
She 100% deserves this. Yes. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Now she's back with her girlfriends again.
Yeah, she's back with girlfriend. She's gonna hang out with her. They're gonna have such a good time. Look at Gloria smile and her face is so happy.
Oh my god. Ow, that hurt. That was like very high pitched.
Oh my god, yes. Let me tell you, this is what she 100% deserves. Like, she's been working her blood, sweat, and tears in not only Big Coffee, but also Gloria and Green Cafe. She's worked hard, and because of that, she hasn't had a social life. And so she's been yearning for this to happen, and she finally got it.
And she finally got it. And now we get to see more. Like, I would imagine we're going to see more like Gloria and Caitlin episodes, possibly.
Yes.
Like this guy wants. I would imagine like, oh, they're going to probably be in the spa together, or they're going to be shopping together, or they're going to be like doing some stuff to get their social medias up.
I want more Gloria and Girlfriends episodes because I love the Caitlins also.
I'm not going to lie. I would love to see that too. I would like to see more of that.
Yeah.
But I have to say, really good episode. This definitely teaches Gloria a thing or two about like keeping your friends, keeping your social life, and also keeping your work life in balance. The Caitlins, by the way, are what I suspected influencers. They are huge influencers, and they're like the Andreas, the what was it the
Christines.
Christines, the Andrea, the Christines,
Casey's.
the Caseys of all of Disney TVA, and it has to be 3 of them. And I'm like, oh shoot, now I understand the trend that's happening in Disney TVA. We are totally tackling the influencer part here.
It's pretty much a Disney TVA trope.
Yeah, it is a huge it's a huge Disney TVA trope.
Along with the bossy mean girl trope.
Yeah.
The bossy mean girl who becomes redeemable.
Come on, that's Sasha, but I don't think that's social. That's not a influencer or anything.
It's not an influencer, it's a totally different thing. But
yeah.
I'm saying like Disney TVA has their own character tropes, like the influencer.
Also I'm just saying the influencer in general, because like you see that already from Andrea, from Casey, and now you get to see the Caitlyn's do it too.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting more. Maybe you saw Haley's on it. They have Christine, who's the influencer. What's next? Maybe Kip has an influencer. I don't know. I don't see that yet.
We could.
A waiting Candle. Maybe Candle will be the next influencer. I don't know, but I just saw this and I'm like, these are influencers. Oh my god, they're tackling the trope a lot, and it actually works out because it did lead up to a good episode, and maybe Gloria might be an influencer soon.
Yes, influencer Gloria. I want to see that. Influencer Gloria.
I forgot. Oh, sorry. One of Barry's relatives. One of Barry's siblings from Kip actually is a influencer. So, oh my God, they're still doing it. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
There we go.
All right, Omid, go ahead and go rant on your favorite episode here.
Yes, I'm just gonna say it right now. This episode, is the cream of the crop for me, and not just because of character bias. I actually feel like this is one of the most important episodes for Gloria because of the fact of how it delves into her lack of social life and about how she needs that social life because it's healthy for her, it's good for her, but it's not a great idea to combine with your work life. You have to keep them separate, you have to keep them balanced. So I really love that.
Yeah, if anything, this actually did help out Gloria to become a better person, to become a better boss, to become, get her social life back intact, and it looks like it's back again.
Yeah.
And I understand, in big picture, she's trying to get her social life back by taking a picture of a monkey. That's not the same thing compared to actually hanging out with your girlfriends. So
yes,
I'm expecting in Gloria's new Instagram, she'll probably have a lot of photos with the Caitlyns now.
I know, and I can't wait to see them.
Oh, I know you can't.
I want to see them in the spa episode, like I said. I want to see Gloria in the spa. She deserves it.
So next week's episodes is going to be the last episodes that we're going to be reviewing for Big City Greens because they're going to be on hiatus in November. One of the episodes will include Nick and Alice in a feud, which will be a pretty interesting episode. And that episode after that, here comes Chip Whistler. Ooh.
Yes, Chip Whistler, the sideshow Bob of Big City Greens.
Yes. Oh my God. I to be fair, I can't wait to see how Chip Whistler does. I know this is supposed to be a recap episode, but wait until the end. There could be a revenge thing that could happen soon. Just like what happened to, remember that one episode, was it, the Bulldozer. Reckoning Ball, yeah.
Yeah, it ended on, the cliffhanger.
Yeah, I'm assuming there could be a cliffhanger at the end, and now we have to wait months until the new episodes of Big City Greens come out.
Yeah, you never know what kind of strings that Chip Whistler himself will pull.
Yeah, he'll be pretty crazy. All right. So, yeah, that was the end of our Big City Greens episode reviews. So let's actually go to a subject that we messed up last week because our episode ended up kind of screwed up. But we want to talk back about the Broken Karaoke episode. Or more, it's more like a Broken Karaoke short because it's literally just 2 minutes long. And everybody who was anybody was just freaking out considering who was in that Broken Karaoke song. Here's the thing, the Broken Karaoke did have pretty much all of the Disney villains in this Broken Karaoke song, and they're singing that one zombie song, Evil As It Gets or something like that. Evil As Could Be. And it featured this little creature. Disgusting. It's little Darcy. I'm like, oh my God. Ew.
Actually, that reminds me. The reason why I had to leave for just a back minute was to pick up a certain guest. Who are we talking about?
He's bringing the creature.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one and only Darcy.
Ew, get that thing out of here. Ew, what the hell?
Excuse me.
Ew.
Yes.
No, seriously, does it look like a roach? It looks like a freaking roach.
We have a Broken Karaoke episode focusing on this little evil, adorkable cutie right here.
Dude, I just remember everybody was just freaking out just because Darcy returns. And I'm like, it gave her trauma, and I don't like that.
Oh, yeah. Marcy is in the back looking at me like, I'm sorry, Mar. I can't help it.
How dare you bring out her evil form?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring out your evil twin, Mar, but it is starring her. Like, we got to talk about the Broken Karaoke. It's starring her, so it makes sense for me to bring it up.
Yeah. So I just remember like putting this picture up on social media, and everybody was just like raving about the fact that Darcy's back, and plus the fact that like Disney TV even said like, get ready for the next Broken Karaoke on Saturday, and then lo and behold, Darcy was the preview image, and now everybody was just like retweeting saying like, oh my god, Darcy's back, oh my god, Darcy's back. And even Matt Browley even literally retweeted that tweet and said that there's another person that's also singing, and I'm like, oh no.
Yes.
Wait, then everybody's saying Andreas, and I'm like, yeah. Oh my god. But here's the thing, like it wasn't just Darcy. There was actually other characters that were there. Like, what was it?
Doofenshmirtz,
for example. Yeah. But nonetheless, I mean, Darcy definitely was like the one character that everybody like remembered there. Mm-hmm. The whole karaoke ended up doing pretty well. What was it? There's some flashbacks to a couple of characters as well. Like, well, sorry, we're just going through this. Oh, here. So this one, for example, like I never expected like an old, what was it?
Darkwing Duck.
A Darkwing Duck like villain out of nowhere pop up.
By the way, make a Darkwing Duck reboot right now.
They are doing it.
No, but not release it sooner.
Yeah, but they're working on it.
Release it sooner. Like I said.
Oh my god! No. I mean, nonetheless, I mean, seeing this though, just kind of like, oh my god, we're going back to like all the villains to say. I mean, they even brought back Lord Hader from what was it? Wander Over Yonder. Of course, Andreas definitely was there too. There it is. Andreas was also singing as well, so...
Pretty awkward when you consider the fact that Andreas is the reason that Darcy was created.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's one thing, but the thing is, like, he was a villain. He was a villain for, like, what, 1.5 seasons?
I like the fact that even Doofenshmirtz points out that he did have, like, a redeemable arc. Like, he was a redeemable villain, but he was still a villain nonetheless, so he gave him an honorable mention.
Right, exactly.
Like, I love how Doofenshmirtz even pointed this out himself.
So yeah, there was Andreas. There was also, well, gotta bring this up. Look, she goes back, and I'm like, holy shit, yes.
I love how Darcy is kind of like fangasming, sort of fangirling over.
Well, then again, like Shigo is, well, she's a woman by now. But
Darcy's going all lesbian for Shigo right now.
Yeah. I thought everybody was also talking about an ex too. Like, oh my god, she's fangasming over Shigo. And I'm like, well, Shigo's the OG. Shigo definitely was like the very powerful woman that everyone knows as a villain.
Dargo.
Oh, no.
Dargo is real. Is all
the shippers going in here again?
The shippers going to be like, Dargo.
Oh my god. No, but I mean, I gotta give a shout out to this just because Shigo was popped up there and I was like, yo, thank you for bringing up Kim Possible. Even Dr. Dracula was also put up there too. Bill Cipher was also talked about as well.
Bill Cipher, the OG. Let's go. Bill Cipher, the OG.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere, Chip Whistler was also announced in this as well.
I love how Marcy, like, she does the old, ooh, corporate villain. Nice.
They put the noise part, and I'm like...
See, this is why I love Darcy. It's like, like, Darcy's still evil, but she still has that adorable personality to her. That's why I love Darcy as a villain. Because technically, like, even when she's possessed by the core, she still has those, like, adorable qualities to her.
If you can remember, like, how amazing this video was, just seeing, like, all the villains pop up and all the classics that ended up, like, that you love to say. Yeah. What were your thoughts when you saw that, actually?
On the video?
On the Broken Karaoke video.
Oh, I thought it was solid. Like, it was pretty much one of the best Broken Karaoke songs. I would say it's my second favorite, just behind Stressed Out.
Oh! Just because of the one Stressed Out song, do you get to see like Marcy singing too?
You get to see my favorite Big City Greens character. You got to see my favorite Amphibia character in the same band.
Same with Libby and Candace from Phineas and Ferb.
Them too.
Although to be fair, for Candace, it took her a long time to actually realize that she's stressed out.
Yeah, I mean, like, and the thing is, though, she didn't have to be. She could have easily just done her teenage girl things, but no, she had to be busy busting Phineas and Ferb.
She has to be busting Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, they're like, mom, and all that.
I was like, grow up. You're a teenager.
I know. Could do other things. Like hang out with Jeremy, for example.
Exactly. You're not a little girl. You're a big girl.
Yeah. I think some other shout outs for villains were out there too.
Yeah. Chuckles a silly piggy. They gave Cholo Silly Big a shout. Yes.
He brings out like all these other villains, like even what was it?
The gecko for Brandy Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah, I was like, what? Out of that, people like really, you're going back to the old ones too. Like even the one villain from the Replacements, Randy Cunningham, ninth grade ninja, was also shouted out.
Don from DuckTales.
Even Don from DuckTales. I was just like, whoa, what are we going on here? But I never expected that at all. Like, what the hell is going on? Oh, and even like some Star vs. Force of Evil like characters as well. I was really surprised. Odalia was also one of those villains too.
Yeah, but then again, like Odalia is perfectly fit because she's a villain herself.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But no, I just never expected like all these other folks to come in, because you're just expecting the main ones. Like you saw Bellows, you saw Bill Cipher, you get to see Glom Gold, he's also there too. You also get to see
Glom Gold.
No, Glom Gold.
Magica Dispel.
Magica Dispel. You also get to see Jinx from The Ghost of Molly McGee.
I like the fact that how you see Magica Dispel and that rat from the Darkwing Duck, that Darkwing Duck villain having Punch, and then you see Jinx having Punch right beside them.
Yeah, I know.
I love Jinx, by the way.
Yeah, Jinx is a great villain. Jinx is a great villain, by the way, voiced by Liza Koshy too. I don't know what's up with Liza Koshy, but she's everywhere. Like I told you, she's on Disney TVA shows. So
Liza Koshy is a prominent name.
I know, which is great. I do want to bring this up too. We had a villains video. Now we have a sidekick, and we have a sidekicks video where you get to see the secondary characters have their own video too. What's the next one that Disney TVA is gonna do? I'm assuming protagonists.
Not only that, have it be divided into two genders where you have like girl protagonists having their sleepover, and then you have like boy protagonists doing boyish things.
Like I would see like Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Webby. Like, you know, like all of them are being a part of the video. Cricket obviously doing their own thing. You're gonna see Anne will be in it. I'm sorry, Sasha and Marcy, but you're not gonna be in it. The pro tags. So yeah.
Anne's a pro tag.
Anne's a pro tag. Molly's a pro tag. What was it? Luz is a pro tag.
Star's a pro tag.
Star's a pro tag. So all of them, like all the main characters, are definitely needing to be in one video. I would love to see that if Disney TVA does that.
Yeah, and also bring Stitch. Please bring Stitch. Because
you're bringing
Lilo Stitch. Lilo and Stitch is series. You got Lilo and Stitch.
I'm assuming you're bringing old characters. So I'm assuming you're gonna bring Kim Possible for sure.
True that.
Kim Possible, Penny Proud, Tilly Green. Obviously, she's gonna be a part of that. Ron Stoppable. It'd be awesome if he actually brings up there. Oh. It would be really cool if they put a shout out to like the 90s Disney TVA too. So
yeah, true.
So I'm assuming Recess, Pepper Ann, Teacher's Pet, Fillmore. Any of you fans out there who knows about these Disney TVA shows?
Do not bring Doug because Doug is a Nickelodeon character, and I will stand by that.
Well, technically, he's both Nickelodeon and Disney.
We don't stand Disney Doug. We stand Nickelodeon Doug.
Oh my god. I have to say this though. I really hope those pro tags end up being their own video. Overall, the video was great. You love Darcy singing apparently, but then again, it's Haley Sue who knows how to sing.
Yes. Yes. Who'd have thought like she this adorable, you know, this adorable threatening villain can have a voice.
Yeah.
Darcy for America's Got Talent. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about Dr. Doofenshmirtz singing as well. And also, Keith David singing too. I mean, they brought Keith David back. I never expect Andreas, like, out of all people to actually have that voice actually come in. And I didn't expect Andreas at all to actually sing. He is a villain after all, but never expected him to sing.
Yeah. But hey, Andreas has got friends on the other side.
Oh yeah, that's also true. He's also a singer in that movie as well.
Yeah, he's got friends on when Andreas says he's got friends on the other side. This is the other side, the villains. Yeah.
Oh my god. But I mean, no doubt. I mean, now it just makes me pay attention to all the Broken Karaokes they've done. I mean, the last one they did before was it Born to Be Strange, and it had a lot of the other characters too. If you remember that video, Born to Be Strange?
Born to Be Strange?
Born to Be Strange, where Tilly
was singing. I remember Born to Be Strange. Yeah. It had Tilly, it had
Cricket, it had Luz. It has Luz Oseta, it had Ida, Molly, Scratch. You had was it Kif characters that were there?
I like that. Yeah.
Even Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur. Thank you for actually showcasing Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur. I'm really wondering why they weren't part of the villains, because I would love to see the Beyonder in that too. Like, you missed out on so many.
I know, seriously.
And Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur definitely would be one if the Beyonder actually is a real villain.
And another thing too is that what was it? What about like the Disney TVA parents?
That's actually a good one too.
Disney TVA parental figures.
Yeah, I really hope that actually that would be pretty cool too if they actually do that. So we get to see what Grunkle Stan and Ford and
Grunkle Stan, Ford, Ida,
Camilla,
Hop Hop.
Hop Hop. Yeah, don't tell me Anne's mom and dad too.
Anne's mom and dad too. Like they have their own 21 Up Club or something like that.
Maybe something. I don't know. That's gonna be an interesting one. But I know the Protags definitely need one.
Yeah.
I forgot Dipper and Mabel would also be a part of that too.
Yeah, Dipper and Maple. Let's not forget the Pines twins.
Yeah, exactly. So who knows what the next Broken Karaoke would be? But oh my god, yeah. They're going on a right track here. You already have greatness with Chibiverse with all the the crossovers over there in Chibiverse, and now we're seeing more Chibi crossovers with Broken Karaoke. It turns out to work out really well because I'm loving each one of them. It also tells me all these shows are not dying. Like Amphibia's not dying, Outhouse is not dying. The
legacy of those shows will still live on.
Yeah, exactly.
And even Disney Channel knows it.
No, exactly. I'm just really happy that they're continuing on with this. Like even DuckTales, for example, they still, even if DuckTales is just finished with 2017 version, they still are being represented in Chibiverse and in the Broken Karaoke shows as well.
Yeah, by the way, I love DuckTales 2017. Nate, go watch it.
I have to, yeah. Go watch the old version of DuckTales.
Oh, and also, in terms of the Disney parent, the Disney TV parent, Broken Karaoke, Della Duck. Della Duck would steal a show for me. I love Della Duck. She's best duck.
For the parents, but yeah.
For the parents.
Yeah. Isn't that Della? Oh, no, that's not Della. Sorry, that's wrong. That's another duck.
No, that's Donald Duck. I was just saying, in terms of...
How about that duck over there? I forgot her name.
Oh, that's Webby's friend.
Oh, okay. I thought it was actually I know Della is supposed to have a backpack and be a parachuter, right?
Della's supposed to be she's supposed to have this Amelia Earhart
clothes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. She's supposed to be a flyer or a pilot or something. Yeah. So.
Yes, and also she has she has a metal leg, so that's also another thing.
Oh, okay. Well, nonetheless, I mean that it still would be great to actually see the Protag video. If anything, nonetheless, Disney TVA is cooking up something really good. Yeah. even if Amphibia's Owl House are done, they're still doing a lot when it comes to bringing up the old shows and stuff.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm just gonna say now, keep it up with the Broken Karaoke Disney TVA, and also don't see if America's Got Talent.
No, get this roach out of here.
She's my little cockroach. She's my cockroach.
Ew, disgusting.
I love you.
All right, so to finish up the episode, as you saw from the title, we want to talk about the good and the bad of Netflix. At the moment right now, Netflix doesn't feel like it's in a really good state, especially when it comes to animation. A couple of weeks ago, we've heard about the news. I mean, actually, not a couple of weeks, a couple of days ago, actually. So a couple of days ago, we actually did hear the news that they're going to lay off a couple of animators. Looks like the animation projects that Netflix is doing, it feels like they're really not going to go well when it comes to that. And as of this recording, they're actually bumping up the prices for Netflix right now. So... to say the least, Netflix definitely is on a really bad state. So if you have Netflix right now, you kind of might be wondering if you're going to either pull the plug off Netflix or if you want to continue on watching your favorite animes and your favorite shows, that you want to keep it and you have to pay and you have to still pay the punishment of $20 a month now or something for Netflix.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just starting.
What the hell, Netflix? What the hell?
I know. Netflix definitely doesn't seem to be in a really good spot when it comes to keeping their employers or even being a really good company as well. To be fair, it was the main streaming company that we all love to watch movies from. We literally rent DVDs from them when we in the early states, and even downloaded their app and watched movies from their platform and everything. They're just continuing on to give us more content, but at what cost? Apparently our wallets. Our wallets is definitely crying for all this content.
Oh my god. Don't get me started on how, disastrous Netflix is currently being nowadays. It's already bad enough that they are making, they were making good shows and then they canceled them one after the other.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna talk about later. But then you got this. You got this, and it makes Netflix so much worse.
I have no idea what's going on with Netflix. I just feel like even if the show is successful, they would either pull the plug or anything like that. I mean, we'll talk more about the shows later on Netflix and what shows we love, what shows love to marathon, and if they actually did have a good ending or anything like that. But yeah, it's not looking good for the company. So today we want to talk about like what's going on with Netflix, the good stuff that happened with us loving Netflix, and then the bad stuff that's going on that's we have to really discuss here. And then we're going to also talk about like how the future will be for Netflix, knowing that all these problems are happening. So let's actually start off in the beginning. Do you remember back then when you would like go online on Netflix and actually like rent DVDs from them?
Yeah, I remember. I remember doing that. Like we would go online, rent whatever DVDs we would want to have be delivered to our mail address, and then the next day, you pretty much are anticipating for like your DVD to appear, and then I have such fond memories with Netflix during the rental DVD era. I would always rent DVDs one after the other, and I would end up watching those movies constantly.
So I was actually in the minority of that. I actually didn't really focus on Netflix. I just saw that the mailing, the whole thing about the whole mailing system where you have to like, you sign up, then you say, I want to rent this, and then you pay like $1 per rent per day or something like that, then you return it back and things like that. I mean, that's great. But there's also Blockbuster.
Here's the thing, like Netflix is essentially what killed Blockbuster.
I know, which I feel so bad about because I just remember Blockbuster where I just continue to rent games from Blockbuster, for example. Like you remember renting like N64 and like DVDs and Blu-rays over from Blockbuster. Yeah, see, those are the good days where you actually could rent from those stores. Now that Netflix took over, I had a feeling like when I first saw that, like, oh, it's just some sort of new service that they're rolling out, you know. But then after a couple of years later, I keep seeing Blockbuster being like, closed out, and like Hollywood Video being closed out, and I'm like,
I remember Hollywood Video also.
Yeah, I'm like, oh snap! So this actually is the new trend now, and I don't know what made it like better. Was it just because like it's so much better just to mail it instead of just going to a Blockbuster store and renting a DVD?
I guess so, because it shows how like people rather have stuff mailed, you know, than going out to physical stores. Sound familiar? Amazon. And so during the time, like Netflix thought that it would be more convenient for them to like order DVDs at home, like, you know, rather than going out to rent, you know, go to another building and rent DVDs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then again, I was just like, a teenager when it started up. So I just didn't think this was actually going to be like a big thing or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, that's how it all began, by the way. It used to be just, you send in your order via mail, they'll mail it to you, and then you just play the DVD on the DVD player, then you just, you know, send it back whenever you're done.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. And then we didn't realize it until they started making those apps. And then they started streaming movies through those apps and all.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't discover this until like around like 2008 or 2009 when they did it.
Yep. I remember they started putting the app there, and then they started putting the streaming part over there too.
Yeah.
They still did the whole DVD rental service there too, but I know the trend was really just, hey, you have it on your like smartphone, and this is the beginning of smartphones too. So like they would go really slow, if I remember correctly. I had an iPhone with me.
They would buffer.
Yeah, they were gonna buffer. Like if you don't have like really good internet service, or if like your phone is just absolutely corrupting like the whole like process of the movie, then it's like, okay, I'm just waiting for a movie to actually like go in high def or something on your phone.
That buffering, that thing that circles around us is like, that will be the death of you. It would drive you crazy.
It definitely did. And that was before though. Remember that, like I said, they were just running the app, putting movies in there for a little bit.
Yeah, Netflix was the pioneer of streaming services. Don't forget, it was the founding father of pioneer.
Yeah, pretty much. Services. And then you end up seeing other like streaming services come in. You get to see Hulu come up with their thing, and then YouTube becoming a very popular thing too.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, pretty much. But here's the thing: like Netflix was just particular on movies, and then they moved into TV shows and things like that. And then they even like correlated into actually making their own TV shows, for example. Like, do you remember like some awesome TV shows that Netflix had? Like, for example,
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah,
BoJack Horseman is one of the best Netflix shows I've seen. Like the way it tackles mental illness and the way it tackles what was I going to say? The way that it tackles how should I put it? Family.
dealing with family was one thing. The stardom of Hollywood, for example.
The stardom of Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah, when you're becoming a big star, and then like you end up getting washed up. You may be great in horsing around that show that BoJack Horseman was in,
and then years later, going to be washed up and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just like
So the thing is, like, that show was definitely amazing. I actually watched all the seasons of BoJack Horseman, and it definitely hit me because, like, even though it was like I'm not gonna lie, the animation was like was okay, not like the best animation to say, but
you don't watch BoJack Horseman for the animation. You watch it for its deep themes, its realistic messages, and its overall outstanding writing.
Yeah, and no doubt it was definitely awesome just to see like the hardships when it comes to being a very awesome like movie star, for example, or TV show star.
Yeah, and
then you end up seeing like the other characters that also are with you. You get to see like Princess Carolyn, who's like their manager.
By the way, Princess Carolyn's my favorite character.
Yeah, who's that? What's the name of the girl that was also hanging out with BoJack Horseman?
Diane
Wynn. And then what's the golden retriever?
Mr.
Peanut Butter. Yeah, Mr. Peanut Butter. He was there.
And then last but not least, Todd, voiced by Aaron Paul, who did Jesse Pinkman.
Dude, Todd was just first off, he used to be just like a person who's just literally just sleeping like in the same like house with BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, but then it turns out that Todd becomes a much deeper character, just like the rest of the characters.
Yeah.
And like it turns out that like it was BoJack Horseman that needed Todd and not the other way around.
But I mean, that it had like so many awesome impacts. Like it had so much like deep meanings and things that I just couldn't like let go of. Like I follow with BoJack Horseman and his hardships, Diane and her hardships when she was dating Mr. Peanut Butter.
They don't sugarcoat it either. Like they make it as real as possible. If you catch my drift.
Right, exactly. And then everyone has their own flaws and things like that. So when I saw that whole show, like it got me glued. Like I really do like watching BoJack Horseman. It was such a great series to go for, and that was like one of their first like animated shows on Netflix. Like this is their original series, and it worked out really well for them.
It really did. Yeah. I'll never forget that show.
There's other shows that are notable when it comes to the animation side, like Hilda, for example. That's also a Netflix exclusive.
Oh, I really love Hilda.
Yeah.
Like it's basically you got this girl named Hilda, and like she interacts with the supernatural and all this stuff, and they managed to make it such a charming and cute show, and I love the relationship between Hilda and her mother. It's so well done.
Mm-hmm. What's fair? I mean, like, I wanted to try to watch Hilda. I know it's on Netflix, but I haven't checked it out yet.
I'd say give it a watch.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. What other notable shows do you want to bring up from Netflix?
Welcome to the Cuphead Show.
Okay.
Welcome to the Cuphead Show.
So the Cuphead Show had quote unquote 2 seasons.
Yes, it's just like. Honestly, when I saw that, no, it's 3 seasons actually, 3 seasons.
But it's like 1 season, 3 parts.
and another thing too is that, like the moment I saw that closing shot of the end of Cuphead 3rd season, I'm just like, we need a season 4 now. Like, give us that, because if y'all don't know, Cuphead in season 3 actually ends where you see Inkwell Hell. You see Inkwell Hell, and then you see the casino run by the devil and King Dice. I was just like, yes, I need that. Because here's another thing too. I love Cuphead. Not just the video game, not just the show. I love the entire franchise. Like, Cuphead, the video game, is one of my favorite video games of all time. Top 10. And, like, it was such a blast to play. But at the same time, it's the most difficult game I've ever played, hands down. Like, I was sweating bullets when playing just regular mode. Got me sweating bullets. Like, oh my god. Like, I went through so much trial and tribulation trying to beat the hell out of the damn game, but I managed to do it, baby. I managed to do it. I'm one of those people that beat Cuphead.
Dude, I gave up after, like, losing a lot of those levels. I'm sorry. I can't, like, go there, like, 200 times trying to defeat the boss, and I end up, like, losing, like, literally, like, on a hair of an attack or something.
Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, that feeling when you almost beat the boss, but then it turns out that they kill you, and then you see the Cuphead icon, and then it touches a flagpole, but then no so close but no cigars. Like, you're 99% bit there, but not really. You still lose. So I'm just like, worst feeling when playing the game. I'm like, I can't stand it.
This is why I kind of like gave up on Cuphead. I mean, credit to you who actually ended up actually beating the whole entire game. So
yes,
yeah.
I beat the entire game and I beat the DLC.
See, look at him. He's like dedicated for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be worth it, but I definitely would. I don't know. I may try it again. But I also do need to check out the Cuphead show. I just love the fact that it is animated pretty well. Kind of feels like the Looney Tunes cartoons, if you watch that from Max.
Yeah, I've watched the Looney Tunes cartoons, and yeah, it really does have that energy.
Yeah,
that cartoon energy.
The animation kind of feels very, well, it's supposed to be like very old stylish, like 40s, 50s cartoons to say. And, you know, it was great in the video game. And it also did show well in the cartoon as well. So, you know, I see clips here and there, and I feel like the Cuphead show would be like a great franchise to watch and all, because it's based off the game and everything. But unfortunately, when it came to Cuphead, only 3 seasons, and that was it, right?
Not enough seasons. We want more, damn it. You know what? Give us a Cuphead movie. At least give us a Cuphead movie in which Cuphead and Mugman and Miss Chalice go to Inkwell Hell. Give us that.
Because that was the cliffhanger, right? At the end of the season.
was the cliffhanger.
Yeah, I remember cliffhangers. I remember like how some certain shows end. I mean,
Glitch Techs.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was a huge fan of Glitch Techs. It was Nickelodeon's like next amazing show. I'm not gonna lie, really anime-esque with the video games and all the stuff. I remember
Miko's precious child.
Five and Miko. I was wanting to cosplay Five for one time in a convention. Plus, like the other characters that were there were also really awesome too. Like I forgot their names. Do you remember them?
I remember like the Five and Miko.
I just remember Five.
And also, I remember Miko's sister, voiced by Haley Zhu.
Yeah, her. That's right. She's like into.
You're in Glitch Techs. You're in Glitch Techs.
She was like the kung fu person or something. She's not into video games, but she's totally into like kung fu and stuff. And I remember she had an episode as well.
The complete opposite of this Haley Zhu character.
Yeah, I remember. There was also like that one guy who was like trying to show off like that he's one of the best in Glitch Techs or something. You remember him?
Yeah, I remember the guy with the attitude.
Yeah, the guy with the attitude. And then the girl with the hijab, too. I like that, by the way. She's amazing.
Zara,
there you go.
Zara's my second favorite character behind Miko.
Who's also voiced by General Yunnan.
Yes. I am General Zara, defeater of this video game villain. As a video game villain here.
I will defeat them all with whatever my zapper is in Red Glitch Techs. Okay, so, not gonna lie. 2 seasons of Glitch Techs was awesome. Again, ended with a cliffhanger and they canceled the damn show. And I'm like, what the is going on with Netflix? Because Glitch Techs was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and it's especially awesome for gamers like us with the references and, you know, and how it embraces gaming culture. It's just like, you just can't help but love the show for it.
I just remember a lot of Miko fans.
I was one of them. I was one of those that's like, yes, I stand Miko. Miko is the best.
Yes, I mean, I have to say that as well, definitely. She was an amazing character, and I had a thing where, like, I had a friend of mine who would also cosplay Miko, and I would cosplay Five. But then, of course, the pandemic happened, and we couldn't be able to do it, so...
Yeah, rip.
But if anything, during the pandemic, we were able to see Glitch Techs, and it was a really awesome show. It just sucks, again, that it got canceled in a cliffhanger. Like, I literally was like watching Glitch Techs in that last episode of the 2nd season. I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait for 3rd season until I heard the news that it got canceled. I'm like, what the like,
seriously,
why would you end it like that? Why would you end it with a cliffhanger? Because I would love to see what happened at the end. I'm not going to put any spoilers for those who are watching Glitch Techs, so...
Seriously, like honestly, like they gave it the Woody's Roundup treatment.
Oh no!
You know, Woody's Roundup. You know how that got canceled?
Yeah.
Like, and, you know,
they got a cliffhanger too.
They got a cliffhanger too. Glitch said the same thing. It's like it was a great show. I mean, why cancel it?
Yeah. Well, Tom Hanks, thank you for that. Same thing goes for Cuphead show too, right? Did they also do the same thing?
Oh, especially Cuphead show. Yes, because like they ended at the point where it's just like, okay, you needed more. But then again, like, you know, I'll always hold the video game and cartoon to my heart. And also, thank you, G Grail, for guiding me all the way through to the game.
G Grail.
G Grail, yeah. It's so pretty much my friend. Like his Cuphead avatar's name, his Cuphead OC's name is G Grail, and I remember watching his tutorial videos, like how to beat each boss. Like honestly, like go check it out. It's Gregarious.
Oh, it's your friend Greg. Okay.
Gregarious. It's Gregarious 2 G's the beginning.
Okay, really gotta reference the Twitch name and if anything.
Or 1G, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember some cartoons that are also there too. So there's one cartoon that also did end up getting the axe. Do you remember Dead End Paranormal Park?
I remember Dead End Paranormal Park. Yeah, I remember watching season 1. I haven't gone to season 2 yet.
And they got canceled because of season 2, and a lot of people got really angry about that. So, yeah.
Netflix.
I don't know what is going on with Netflix when it comes to canceling shows, but I'm like,
Netflix.
It's just continuing on. Like these cartoons ended up being canceled via Netflix, and I'm like,
Netflix is digging their hole deep, and I'm not liking it.
yeah, it's not doing great. But I do have to say this: there's some positivity that came from like Netflix, though. She-Ra, for example, was from Netflix. That turned out to be really good. Kipo and the Wonder Beasts.
I remember watching really Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts. I remember I really liked that show.
Yeah, and there's also the Midnight Gospel. That was also made by the person who made Adventure Time. That was also pretty good too. I don't think that actually ended up getting the axe, but I remember that show was also pretty awesome. Like, it was really trippy, especially when you were high.
Midnight Gospel, I did see that series, and yeah, it's one of those shows where it's just like, you know, whenever you're high or trippy and you want to hear it,
yeah,
it's definitely not if you're sober or
yeah, because
if you're
like
clean
all the things that is like around that show was like all rainbowy.
It was weird shit.
It was weird. Yeah,
it was weird shit.
It's more towards like, oh, it'd be best if you actually watched it high. Any other cartoons that you want to bring out from Netflix that you remember?
Let's talk about Netflix anime.
Okay, yeah. One of them I know in particular, Little Witch Academia. Little Witch Academia, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank God that at least Netflix treats their anime well, because like they have Little Witch Academia that's still there. Whoever wants to watch it, really amazing cartoon. I mean, really amazing anime. 24 episodes worth, and also the movies were also there too. So I'm loving like the fact that they kept Little Witch Academia as one of their like franchise shows.
Yeah, I do too. I really love that show. It's really cute. You know, it's basically anime Harry Potter.
Yeah. So pretty much that, just because of the whole witch thing, right? I feel bad for Akko. Akko's literally just a human witch. It kind of feels like Owl House, right?
Yeah, Akko is pretty much the OG Luz.
Yeah, because it pretty much
She's
is.
anime Luz.
She's anime Luz, and the thing is, like, at least like in Little Witch Academia, she's mostly in the school. Luz, at least on the other hand, is doing other adventures with her other friends. So,
that's true.
Yeah. So if Owl House, at least Owl House has more adventures. Little Witch Academia has its adventures, but it's more towards in the school. I did love all the characters though, like Susie,
favorite character.
Lotte, Diana. Yeah, and they're all of them, by the way. They're all great.
Lotte is the OG Willow. Diana's the OG Amity.
Oh my god! If we ever had, oh man. I can't put comparisons when it comes to like Little Witch Academia and Owl House. Like, I can understand Luz and Akko being the thing, but like being the same character, considering they're human and they're trying to be witches. Mm-hmm. But I can't really compare, like, you know, them. No, I can't.
The parallels are there. The parallels are there when you look closely. It's like the character archetypes.
Yeah, it's there. If anything, Netflix is keeping like a lot of animes in the platform, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is becoming a legend for them. I never watch it. I don't know if you do.
Nate, are you forgetting one particular cartoon?
What's that?
Inside Job.
Oh,
we're talking Inside Job.
Yeah, why did you pull it up? Because I said we're going to anime. I'm like, wait, this is a cartoon. Why did you tell me about this?
No, but it's like you mentioned how like, are there any Netflix cartoons you like to talk about?
Yeah, and you forgot it for some reason.
And another time I was just like, let's get to Netflix anime, and then I was thinking to myself, wait, why am I not talking about Inside Job?
Yeah, why didn't you tell me about that? You're supposed to point that out, Omid. That was your role to point out and say like, Inside Job, that's amazing. Inside Job was actually a really good show. It definitely talked about conspiracy theorists and the whole secret society and the government and all that kind of stuff. I thought it was funny. It was absolutely funny. Plus, it was also backed up by Alex Hirsch as an executive producer. So, and
Shion Takiguchi, who worked at Gravity Falls, is actually like the creator and director of Inside Job. So it's like I saw it's like an R-rated Gravity Falls. Like they had the Gravity Falls style humor, and I love it.
I mean, it's more adults definitely, and it definitely showed up there.
Oh, and also Reagan is one of my cartoon babes.
Oh yeah.
Oh
my god, Reagan.
Reagan's one of my cartoon wipers. I love Reagan. She's my babe.
So it also did have the treatment, unfortunately. Like, the show was doing great. Like, first season looked amazing. Second season looked like it was a topsy-turvy, considering that Regan was pretty much now out in the dumps, unfortunately.
Yeah. If you know what happens at the end of season 2,
yeah,
it got me the heart.
Yeah. And then there's no season 3.
Why? Also left in the cliffhanger. We talk about Netflix cliffhangers now. That's the
I don't
thing.
understand. I don't understand why Netflix just ends up like having shows in cliffhangers, and this has just been an ongoing trend. Like I've said before, Dead End Paranormal Park. You got, you had Inside Job. You have what were the other cartoons we talked about again? Glitch Text, for example.
Yeah, Glitch Text. Dead End Paranormal Park.
I said that. Yeah, I said that already. But yeah, I mean, this was just an ongoing trend of like cartoons just being axed so quickly, and I'm like, what are we doing, Netflix? Are you just like trying your best to like the cartoon division has just ended up just going all bad, but the anime division is another story. At least they keep on licensing anime and then just releasing it out as their own Netflix shows.
That's true.
I mean, anime of the year last year for the Crunchyroll Awards, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, that's on Netflix. The FYI, really good show.
And also, there's also Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead.
Okay, so I really wanted to watch more of that show. It's just that it keeps on getting delayed a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's like what happens is that like there are times where it gets delayed, so you have to wait weeks before like new episodes come.
Yeah, fortunately, but that's only for one show. There's at least other shows that were also Netflix originals, like Komi Can't Communicate.
I love Komi Can't Communicate.
Yeah, what was it Tamagi-san? Is another anime that was also there. I believe, and also again, classic animes are also there as well. I mean, Eden Zero also was a really awesome show that's also on Netflix as well. So if anything, they're keeping their animes. They're not like letting it go for anytime soon, to say.
And they shouldn't either, because what if you're not interested in like be subscribed to Crunchyroll or Funimation? Like, what if like you're only Netflix because you don't really watch much anime, and you get curious about anime? It's like, okay, I want to check this anime out.
Netflix does have was it Demon Slayer and One Piece, so there's the option of just like hopping off of Crunchyroll, like stopping your Crunchyroll subscription and then going on to Netflix and watching their anime there.
Yeah,
and to be fair, it's good, but at the same time, Crunchyroll has a much bigger library, so it's like you have a big decision to make.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing is that if you want more anime, go to Crunchyroll. If you want more diverse media, go to Netflix.
Yeah. But I just remember like anime's like a lot over there. I imagine like their viewership definitely is going in from there.
More variety of media. I mean, not diverse, more variety of media of all kinds. Netflix is the way to go.
So I remember one show that came out, My Happy Marriage. That one apparently is becoming.
I really like that show.
See, yeah, I'm telling you, like that anime is looking really good, and it's also a Netflix original. Well, not really a Netflix original. It's more like this anime is just only for Netflix. So you can't watch it anywhere else. Crunchyroll, or if you want to go pirate yourself the show. But
like My Happy Marriage, it may seem like your typical Cinderella story, but then it actually goes deeper than that.
No, exactly. Which is
it actually goes deeper than that. And honestly, I'm just gonna say right now, it's one of the best romance animes I've seen.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, like I said, like they at least are catching up with the season. So Netflix does have their own animes that they do bring out for seasons. I don't know what they're doing out for the fall because I haven't caught up with the fall animes yet, but if anything, they're bringing anime in and having a platform for them to watch,
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. I just remember they also did put K-On! And like all the Kyo Ani shows before on Netflix before they got sent to High Dive. And FYI, I'm not gonna buy High Dive. I'm not gonna get High Dive service, okay?
Yeah, honestly, High Dive is only worth it for Oshinoko.
Yeah, there's Oshinoko and there's other animes as well. But when I look at that library that High Dive has, they're not that hit. Right? They're not really good hitters, to say.
Not impressive.
Not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. So, if anything, I do want to be there just for Oshinoko, but I can read the manga too. So, yeah, not getting High Dive. Just FYI, we're like I said, Netflix, Crunchyroll, Hulu, any of those other streaming websites that are streaming anime are much better compared to what other anime streaming sites have. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, I mean, like at least Netflix treats their anime well. There's also like movies that we could also discuss when it comes to animation over there.
Nimona.
Oh yeah, Nimona for sure.
Yes, Nimona is a masterpiece. Highly recommend it.
I haven't seen it yet either, so I'm like, I can't say much when it comes to it. But
when you get home, go turn on Nimona right now. You'll see why. It's one of the best movies of the year.
I just remember a lot of people reviewing Nimona, for example, and it was apparently really good. It's still on Netflix, by the way. And I also remember Klaus. Klaus was a really good Christmas movie.
Yes. Klaus is probably the best Christmas movie I've seen. Mm-hmm. One of the best Christmas movies I've seen. It's beautiful.
But, Omid, you're forgetting that there was another movie that also came out on Netflix that featured a franchise that we both love.
Hint.
Are you serious?
No, give me a hint.
Are you serious?
Give me a hint.
This family went to Scotland.
Loud House movie.
Yeah, the Loud House movie. How do you not forget? That's a Netflix original.
That is a Netflix original. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm like,
no, but like there was so much Netflix content. It's like they could literally be anything.
So that's the thing about Netflix too. They have way too much content out there that it gives up a variety of people to like watch something for them to like get entertained with. Of course, when we were the big story about us watching the Loud House movie, we literally were waiting until midnight hits for us to watch it.
Miguel Puga noticed us like on the stream.
For real.
Miguel
one of the creators of not really the creator. There was the creator of the Casa Grandes, but like the creator of I would say this, like he's the creator of the Casa Grandes, but he was also involved with the Loud House.
There was also a couple of Loud House crew members that were also on the stream. It's just like,
I remember, yeah, David King, was it David McGowan? Yeah,
yes.
Dude, oh my God, that was just an amazing time. I just never expected that out of all people.
I know.
Because we were just here just for a Q&A for an hour, and we were just talking to the fans for an hour, and then we just out of nowhere, we saw Miguel Puga. We saw Darren McGowan and David King. I'm like, you guys make the Loud House. Holy crap. How are we going to make this entertaining for them? That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like honestly, I was sort of nervous because we wanted to make a good first impression to be like,
no, well, yeah,
hello?
I think they know us just because we run the fan page of the Loud House. So
man, if we meet them in person, that'd be a dream.
I mean, we meet up with a couple of people already in person.
We have met up with some Loud House crew members. So
yeah,
I'm talking about Miguel Puga. He's one of the best.
Okay, so if anything, Nickelodeon did bring up some of their movies onto Netflix. Besides the Loud House movie, they also did bring in Rocko's Modern Life, Static Cling, the Invader Zim movie, and even the rights of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie too. So, I mean, like, they're not really theatrical releases. It made sense for them to be in Netflix because I would imagine in theaters they would probably not make a big profit to say.
Loud House movie in theaters. The moment hopefully that moment will come.
I just know that I don't know if it will give like a big success to say. If it was on Netflix, it would be a success. I remember like it used to be like number 1 or number 2 in like movies or like kids movies to say. Yeah, and that got really popular, by the way. So yeah, and FYI, it's still a great movie to our hearts.
Oh yeah, like I really love the Loud House movie. Like I said before, it is a great bridge to Lincoln's character development. Like, and I love. It's one of the main reasons I love the movie.
Yeah, and also Scott Lenny.
Scott Denny, let's go. Gavin sucks. Scott Denny's the way to go. Gavin sucks.
This would have been canon if only, they could have at least put Scott in a reference in the Loud House,
Seriously, it's just like when you look at Scott, he's pretty much a male Scottish Lenny. It's just like you see those two like being adorable together. It's just like, oh, we want Scott back. Yeah,
where is
screw
Scott?
Gavin. Who the hell is this Gavin guy?
Yeah, where is Scott? We love Scott. Can we bring him back? Can we at least bring some of the Loud House movie characters back? I would love to see. Morag was one character that obviously was the villain, but what was David Tennant's character again?
Let's see.
We forgot. Oh, damn it.
Morag and
yeah, it's okay. I don't know.
Angus.
Yeah, there you go. God damn it.
It was Angus.
You haven't seen the movie in so long. We watched it recently because we celebrated this anniversary, remember?
Yeah, I remember watching it that second anniversary with some online friends of mine this year, so yeah.
Yeah, for real, like, oh my god, like, still great movie nonetheless. Okay. But yeah, I mean, like, animated movies are also one thing too. I would also say live action movies as well, like One Piece. Live action series like One Piece, for example.
Yes, and let me tell you, like, the live action series One Piece, of course I love because it got me to the anime in the first place, just because of how much I was invested in the world building of it and the characters, the diverse group of characters. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna watch the anime because I love the live action series that much.
So there's that, but then the also think too is like we had a trend of Netflix shows like that are based off anime going into live action that ended up being flops. For example, like Cowboy Bebop, Death Note. There's Yu Yu Hakusho coming out at the end of the year.
Don't get me started on that Death Note movie. It is an insult. Insult.
I know it was an insult, and plus, like, the characters don't even feel correct. Like, who is L? Who is Light Yagami?
My God, Light Turner is one of the worst. Light Turner is one of the
Turner.
Light Turner is quite possibly. Now, aside from The Last Airbender, M. Night Shyamalan cast of characters, Light Turner has to be the worst translated character I've ever seen. Like,
my God.
like from animation property to live action, Light Turner hands down turns out to be the worst of them.
Oh my God, yeah. I just remember like hearing the fact
he
that
never feels like the Light that we know from Death Note at all. He's a completely different character.
I just remember hearing the fact that there's this new live action Death Note, and I was like, this doesn't look great, especially with the main character, being not like Yagami.
He's not. Oh my God, he's a furthest from it. Like Yagami he's a scared little baby.
I didn't even watch it, to be fair, because I knew it was gonna be bad. It looked bad. There's a Shinigami at least, so at least there's that creature.
Now see, Ryuk is the only thing that they actually managed to get right in that godforsaken movie.
Yeah,
like Willem Dafoe captures Ryuk.
That would actually look great, plus animation wise look great too, but like the casting was like abysmal, and like it didn't feel like it was going to, I don't know, it just didn't feel like it was going to be a great series, and you saw it already.
Yeah, exactly. It's like honestly when it comes to Death Note live action movies, I will easily take the first two from the Japanese. Those those two movies for Japan, those two Death Note live action movies for Japan. Yeah. Like, let me tell you, if you want a good Death Note live action property, those two are the way to do it. Those two are how you handle it very well.
I would say so too. Yes, I would say so too. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say, but like these shows were been pretty much all of Netflix, and you can see they're all high hitters too. Like there's some high hitters, and we've seen already what we've talked about when it comes to cartoons being like cut and stuff like that. And also don't forget, like Netflix also has some franchises from other networks as well. Like Nickelodeon shows are in Netflix, anime obviously is on Netflix, Cartoon Network shows are on Netflix, Disney Channel shows are on Netflix. So like Drake and Josh, for example, that's on Netflix.
Drake and Josh is on Netflix. You're right.
Yeah, did you actually watch that on Netflix or?
A few episodes here and there.
Yeah, the Drake and Josh Avatar series is also there too. Same with Legend of Korra.
Avatar. Yes, I remember like rewatching the Avatar series on Netflix at some point, like not too long ago, and yes, it still holds up as one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's also Fairly Odd Parents. There's also Sam and Cat and like iCarly, those who are live action Nickelodeon.
And speaking of Avatar, they're actually going to have a live action Avatar last summer.
Did you see the pictures of the new live action Avatar? It looks pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
The cast looks beautiful, especially Uncle Appa, like from Kim's Convenience.
Oh, that's another
Iroh.
That's another Netflix show I was gonna bring up. Kim's Convenience. I never heard it until Netflix showed it on the show.
Okay, see you.
Yeah, Appa play. What Appa play?
And also one of the characters' names is Kimchi. I find it funny how like one of the characters' names from Kim's Convenience is Kimchi.
Yeah, I gotta lie, like Kim's Convenience is a really good show. Plus, it also introduced Simu Liu, by the way, who's also Shang-Chi.
They got Shang-Chi. Like I find it. You know what's convenient? You have Simu Liu, who pretty much plays as characters who work at jobs related to cars.
Yeah, he's pretty much renting a rental car to say. And even in Shang-Chi, he was also being the valet person,
Yeah, like Shang-Chi, he was a valet person, and in Kim's Convenience, he was works at the rental car company. So it's like, that's kind of convenient.
Like Kim's Convenience. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was things like I said. Like Netflix does have its shows, like live action shows, for example. They even have like shows that are like on NBC, CBS that are also there too. That it kind of tells me like, should I even consider cutting off Paramount Plus?
honestly,
like any of your
because Paramount Plus, when you play on your phone, it doesn't run that well, at least not in comparison to the other
I'm just saying, like, there's no point of actually keeping Paramount Plus, even if I have YouTube TV, because I can actually record all the Loud House episodes to say.
There you go.
Yeah, so who knows? I mean, if anything, Netflix is trying to dominate the fact that right now they're not the dominant factor just because they keep on raising their prices and stuff like that. And it just tells me, like, Netflix is definitely on a struggle to say.
And also, Netflix has Rugrats.
Even with all the shows, even with all these TV shows that are around. Like, like I said, all Nickelodeon shows like Rugrats and Avatar, Fairly Odd Parents, Drake and Josh, and all that. And then when it comes to anime, you got like One Piece, Demon Slayer, Cowboy Bebop, a whole lot more. Little Witch Academia, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, BNA, so many of them to say. Cartoon Network also has like the Total Drama series that's currently on Netflix. All the Total Drama series. So you can start from season 1 all the way to like the Ridiculous Race.
But they have the edited version though, so it's best to.
Really? Oh
So it's best to go to YouTube and look for the unedited version.
So
if you want to watch the true,
so I'm
experience.
gonna hear Lindsay not swear for like a minute. Oh.
Unfortunately, that's the case.
Dang it! Oh my god!
Damn you, Cartoon Network! What did you do?
Cartoon Network screwed it up. The reason why, like, they have Cartoon Network shows, aka the Cartoon Network shows that came out during that time.
I don't know what's worse: Cartoon Network's Total Drama or 4Kids One Piece.
Oh god! Don't remind me of Oh no!
Cartoon Network ruined Total Drama like 4Kids ruined One Piece.
So 4Kids ruined One Piece. I remember watching that for like the first couple episodes, and I was like confused.
Oh god. Belmere was in the dungeon the whole time. It's like Arlong sent Belmere to the dungeon the whole time. It's like, oh my god, 4Kids are stupid. No,
the dubbing, and also the edits too. Remember, they have a they didn't have a gun. They have like a hammer, and like some of the guns are like squirt guns. And
also the cigarette that Sanji was
smoking. Lollipop. It's a lollipop. Here. At least Netflix doesn't do those edits like 4Kids did. I'm like, you guys ruined One Piece because of that. I think that's the reason why like my childhood kind of got scarred, because I love One Piece, but like now. But when I was watching it when I was like 10 or 11, I'm like, what the heck am I watching? This looks like really scrappy, like, you know.
I mean, thankfully, like, I never had any nostalgia for One Piece. I recently just got into One Piece, so I'm just like, I'm thankful that I didn't have those scars from my childhood.
Thankfully, you didn't need to watch like those edits that you saw from 4Kids. There's also one other network that I also want to bring up that is currently on Netflix that is weird. Like, they have so many from this one franchise. It's DreamWorks. So I don't know what DreamWorks is thinking of, but like, if you remember movies like Croods, like Madagascar, like Kung Fu Panda, and all the things that DreamWorks released, they always have an animated series that comes out on Netflix. And I'm wondering, are they good or are they really not necessary?
I didn't really check them out on.
I haven't checked them out either, but it just feels like, why do we need a Cruise cartoon? Why do we need a Mr. Peabody and Sherman cartoon?
They felt unnecessary.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, maybe it's just to like continue the franchise here and there, but I don't know. I was not a fan of those, but you saw that. What were your thoughts when you saw those kind of series pop up in your feed in Netflix?
I thought to myself, you know what? I'll stick with the movies.
So just nothing, not even touching that at all.
Like, one series I would touch is the Captain Underpants show.
Oh, it's like...
Tra-la-la!
Wait, so... Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. They didn't have a movie for that.
Because I loved reading the Captain Underpants books when I was a kid. Of course, I loved the movie. Based on, like, not just nostalgia factor, but also because of how legit funny it is.
Yeah.
And how creative it is. It's just like...
Yeah.
You felt like you were reading the book. Like,
yeah.
I loved it.
So, if anything, I don't think, like, they have it on Netflix anymore because they have it on Peacock, I would imagine. But I just remember that, and I'm like, why would I want to watch this? You have the movies, which I think are way better than, you know, what you expect from this cartoon or animated series, spin-off series that you see. Mm-hmm. So, there's no point in that. But I just remember seeing so many of that. Like, they had a Home. Like, remember the DreamWorks movie Home?
Yeah. No, I've never seen it.
Yeah, please. I didn't think it was great.
They
had an animated series for that, and I'm like, is it that good?
When I look at Home, I think of it as a DreamWorks ripoff of Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, because it's like a person,
a girl and an alien.
Yeah, pretty much. It just was, I don't know, it was just really interesting. So right now, like I said, they have some amazing stuff in Netflix. Do you watch other things besides cartoons and animated shows in Netflix?
Yes. Now I'm in the middle of this series called Ozark.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it, but I haven't gotten into it until recently. Yeah, it's definitely an outstanding show, and I could definitely see why it won the Emmys, because, you know, it's pretty much like this. Like, Breaking Bad is to cooking crystal meth what Ozark is to money laundering.
I see. There's Wednesday, which I thought was a really amazing series.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai is a Netflix show.
I'm a huge fan of Cobra Kai, and by extent, I'm a huge fan of the Karate Kid franchise.
Stranger Things is also another show that came from Netflix. I'm not gonna lie, it's still a really good show to this day. I know it's got to end soon, but
Stranger Things is really solid.
I love it. It's like everything. It's like so mysterious, and all these things popping out of nowhere. I think it's a perfect thing to actually watch during this month, for example.
And then, of course, you got some K-dramas. I watched a few K-dramas that I watched. Yes, I'm not afraid to say it. I watched a few K-dramas on Netflix.
So you're like my roommate Mark. He's totally into K-dramas too. Dude, I remember there's so many K-dramas in Netflix that he's recommending me a couple of things to watch as well.
Extraordinary Attorney Woo is my favorite one. It's my favorite K-drama.
There's a lot, by the way, to be
Yes.
fair. So you're going to be like in a binge watch of like watching all of those. And then also Squid Game. Gotta forget Squid Game. That was also a show that we watched during the pandemic. That was good.
Yeah, Squid Game, and it's of course getting a season 2 also.
Yep.
But yeah, no, Extraordinary Attorney Woo is my favorite K-drama that I have seen because of how it depicts autism. And of course, you know, like Woo herself is such a fantastic character to watch. Not just because of the disability, but because of how like well she does as a, you know, lawyer, defense attorney. Like she really does use her, you know, autism, like, you know, and uses it as a strength to do her job. I love watching her journey.
I would say, yeah, I haven't seen it, to be fair, so I wouldn't say much. But all I can say is that there's a lot of K-dramas that anybody...
It makes me hungry for gimmies also.
Yeah, if anybody wants to get into K-dramas, Netflix has an array of like K-dramas for you to check out. If you're into sports, if you're into like romance, if you're into like live action, like crime dramas and stuff like that. There's so many varieties of K-dramas they have there.
There's also other ones I've seen, like a Kingdom and Itaewon Class.
I heard Kingdom was good.
Kingdom is so epic. It is so epic. I love it.
I know Mark told me about this one Netflix series that featured like one of the singers from EXO. You don't know EXO, so I have to go back. I have to talk to Mark about what that series was, but I gotta check it out. Like I said, look, here's the thing that I want to point out. Netflix still has so much things to watch. Documentaries. I watch a lot of documentaries too. Fair. Remember Last Dance, that Michael Jordan, like the Bulls, like documentary.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was definitely an epic like 10-part series that I really love watching, and I like have it on background noise.
They even have a documentary on the Depp v. Heard case.
Okay, yeah, I don't watch crime, to be fair. There's like so much things, so much content, and yet we keep on seeing like fact that Netflix is still falling down. Like it's just continuing to decline when it comes to like pricing, for example. For example, like getting a premium package is like what $20+ now per
seriously.
month. I mean, you can't even share your passwords to like your friends and family anymore.
That's probably the worst thing about it. You can't share passwords.
Yeah, and it just sucks because like it used to be just all pretty neat and fancy. Like you'll just say like, hey, I share it to my sister, I share it to my mom, and then they'll just watch Netflix whenever they want. Now we don't have that freedom anymore because it's now restricted like only 2 devices or like 4 devices.
I know, it's stupid.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
and I understand it's like Netflix just grabbing money, and I'm like, what happened? What happened to the times where we actually are okay with just watching Netflix and just going to separate areas and watching our Netflix from there? We shared one account. I know, it's money grubbing.
It's more like, I was going to say capitalism, but sure, go ahead.
But it's money grubbing, capitalism, but it's more like, god damn it. What has been the fun times that Netflix have done? Like, we love to watch all these shows, but is it really for that cost?
Seriously, between the job cuts and, you know, the cancellation of so many animated shows and also the pricing, yeah, it tells you how downhill Netflix has gotten. Like, it's fallen far from grace.
It's fallen far from grace. It's not really like one of the best like streaming services anymore. Like, I go to Disney Plus more because they actually do have some amazing shows there. Like Loki, for example. I'm loving that right now.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of the thing. Even though Netflix started the whole streaming service thing, the whole streaming service biz, like they are literally losing right now to Disney Plus and also Max, even though Max can be questionable at times. Apple TV Plus is the most underrated.
Yeah, it's definitely underrated because they have a lot of awesome shows on Apple TV Plus.
It's so underrated. Like, it's honestly a gem because it has like some of the most high quality content, whether it be movies like Coda or whether it be shows like Ted Lasso.
I still need to watch that Tetris movie, by the way, in Apple TV Plus.
And also Tetris. Like, I love that movie Tetris.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I don't have. Here's the thing. Like I'm saying, Netflix used to be the king of the crop when it came to these apps. Like when it comes to like streaming apps, for example. Like I remember loving watching these movies, watching these TV shows, and I just love it just because it was just fun to watch. And even if the show is over, you have another thing to watch next, like another anime coming up, another cartoon you want to watch as well, another original animated series that Netflix will have. And we're just seeing the trend right now where like Netflix continues to just axe everything, like a lot of money grabbing from like all users of Netflix. That's the reason why a lot of Netflix users are now being like unsubscribing to Netflix. TV shows getting canceled, for example, like all of our cartoons. And like we said recently, all the animated shows are being canceled, and even the whole animation department have been getting layoffs too. So it just tells me like Netflix is in a huge decline, and it makes me think like, will you keep your service? And my answer is no. Unfortunately, even with the whole money grubbing and things like that, you have so much things that you can watch on that is only exclusive on Netflix, that I might keep it. Maybe for a lower price, not like the regular premium price that you're seeing at right now, considering that it's like, really high and stuff. Like, you might want to go somewhere lower now in this case, because there's more options on that. I kind of don't like the advertisements though, but it might be worth saying like, I know I can share my password with like my mom, my sister, so that they can also get their own Netflix as well. There could be some sacrifice where I have to say like, hey, I know you like my sister, for example, she lives far away. You might have to get her own Netflix now just because of this. But I mean, I can't say much. Netflix actually, even if they just do all this money grubbing and stuff like that, there's still a lot of content on Netflix that I was thinking about just continuing to watch.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. As for me, actually, like, I have Netflix. I have a Netflix account under my mom. Like, my mom usually pays for Netflix, so like I don't have to pay anything. So I'm good. But like honestly, whenever I do decide to get my own Netflix account, like Netflix premium account, like that may be a possibility, but only if my mom decides, okay, Netflix is too expensive now, I may cancel it. Not that she ever planned to, but if it ever gets to that, I'm just be like, okay, cool, I'll get my own Netflix.
So you will still continue to subscribe to Netflix?
I'll still continue to subscribe to Netflix.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, even if it does come to the fact that it is getting up in higher pricing and that some of their shows are getting canceled, there's still more content on Netflix for you to keep Netflix for a while.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm keeping Netflix. Like, I know that it's so bad right now with Netflix that I'm not supporting the artists because they just lost their jobs. I'm so sorry for those who lost their jobs, but...
Look, we stand with the animators. We stand with the artists. But here's the thing, though, is that Netflix has a wide variety of entertainment, from live action to documentaries to cartoons to anime. So it's just like honestly, you kind of do need that kind of entertainment for escapism purposes.
It's the other thing too is that maybe for example, there might be a hit show on Netflix that you need to watch, but it can have to watch on Netflix, so you have to subscribe to that. Like BoJack Horseman, or like recently Wednesday, for example. So I'm just saying, like, even with these hit shows that keep on talked about on Netflix, you can't escape it. You're probably going to keep on keeping it for a while.
That's kind of the thing. Yeah. And also, no, piracy is not the answer. Watch legally.
Exactly. Please. I mean, sacrifice your money. I understand that. But I mean, to be fair, I'm going to keep it. It's one of those where I have to like really decide on like if I really want to keep some certain streaming services. I mean, I already told you guys Paramount Plus really is not worth it anymore. So I'm not really going to keep Paramount Plus anytime soon. I did buy a yearly one already. So it's like, okay, well, I'm kind of done with it. When the year ends, I'll cut it.
Let's see. Paramount Plus isn't doing so well.
I feel bad for them because like they don't really even give up the updated shows on Paramount Plus. Like Loud House and Casa Grande. So Casa Grande is done. All the episodes are there, but Loud House still doesn't have all the latest seasons.
Exactly. That's so dumb.
It's up to them though. So how are you looking into the future of Netflix? Like, what are you like? I understand that you're going to keep your service, but how is the future of Netflix looking like? Is it going to get higher in pricing? Is it going to do something when it comes to like better movies and better shows, or what do you think?
Unless Netflix gets better management, Netflix is just going to keep digging their hole deeper and deeper with all of this crap going on. That's what it really comes down to, is Netflix managing their streaming services and pretty much managing their staff, making sure they get good pay and all that stuff. That's what it really comes down to. And also, like I said before, hopefully, whenever they do release a good anime show, they don't cancel it mid-season or anything like that.
I think the thing right now is that if you want to have your favorite animated show continue on Netflix, please watch and support it so that it can continue on having more seasons. That's the trend. If you don't get more views in another season, it will get canceled.
Like hashtag we knew this show, or hashtag we knew that show.
Do that kind of thing. Or more like continue to trend it like whenever you watch it on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, X, Threads, all these other social media sites. hashtag it, keep talking about it. And that's the reason why they would keep on continue on these animated shows. So do what you can to keep like giving the hype on it. For example, I want Has-Been Hotel to at least get more and more like seasons. It's looking to be promising considering how Has-Been Hotel looks amazing from the pilot episode we saw on YouTube to now having its own series on Amazon. So yes, like whatever you can, please trend it or anything because I wanted to see Has-Been Hotel go really far.
Yeah, support the animators, support the artists.
Yep, and do the same thing with Netflix. Whenever a new animated show comes out, do the same thing. Make it trend, put on YouTube, do a YouTube review or something like that. You know, things like that.
Make it big, you know? Like, if Netflix can't make the hype big, you got to.
Exactly, and maybe Netflix will notice and they will maybe get another season of the show.
If they'll ever listen, that is.
that is the thing, and I just hope Netflix does learn by trending stuff. You know, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But Netflix, definitely, what you're saying, Omid, it definitely is digging its own grave with all the recent stuff that's been going on. I really do hope animators do get their own voice and actually make good shows in Netflix, and that they also do get like compensated by actually having their show continue on for on and on, depending on how good the show is.
If they hope to be the king of streaming services again, then yeah, they really gotta do just that.
Yep. I got nothing else to say when it comes to Netflix, but yeah, anything else you want to bring up from this?
Nothing much I want to say, honestly. I think I've said all I need to. Netflix, we've addressed some of the good with you. We've also addressed some of the bad with you. We've also addressed some of the ugly with you.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Sorry, Regan.
Reagan got robbed.
Sorry, Regan.
My beautiful baby Reagan got robbed. Oh my God!
Only two seasons of Inside Job.
Support Inside Job and support this beautiful, lovely woman.
Will they ever bring it back on Netflix? That's my issue.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
One of my favorite female characters of all time.
Once it's gone, it's gone. You don't hear anything more about it.
One of the best protagonists ever. Don't fight me on this.
Poor Regan.
Poor Reagan.
Put your back up here.
My baby girl Reagan.
Well, if you have any, again, like I said, leave your comments on Twitch or on YouTube about what your thoughts about us on Netflix. And those who are watching on, for those who are watching on Spotify, we also are putting a question down if you want to put your comments down about what you think about Netflix is going on right now. Anyways, that's pretty much it for our episode. For those who are watching on Twitch, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you follow us on Twitch so you get to be notified when our next episode will be. We'll be back next week to do our very own Halloween special. We'll be cosplaying. Yes. We'll be in our favorite outfits. We can't wait to showcase our favorite outfits to y'all.
And what our outfits will be, we'll give you a surprise.
Yes, they'll be surprised. They'll eventually find out. We're not going to give them any hints or anything.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much what this was like. You'd have to be, you know... how I said, you have to be surprised. You know, we want to surprise. We can't just give you what it is. Right?
No, exactly.
Let's just say it involves certain shows we love.
So, yeah, let's don't give you any more hints, okay? And then for those who are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also hit the follow and also hit the bell button so you'll be notified when our next video will drop for the Anination Podcast. And also follow us on all social medias from X, Threads, Instagram, and Mastodon. And also check out our Patreon site as well, patreon.com/AninationPod. And also subscribe to us as well so that you can be able to get like all these pictures that we've used up for this presentation, as well as like scripts, and also be a part of our Discord server as well so that you can also talk to us and also be a part of our daily things here and there. The more you pledge, the more perks you're going to get. Exactly, yeah. All right, well, that's pretty much it for us here. Thank you all very much for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Bye. We'll see you guys next week for a Halloween special. Until then, bye, guys. Bye. Hey, was it bye again? We both say bye at the same time. Who famously says bye? Oh, Ida. Gloria. Gloria says bye, but also Ida does it too. Oh yeah. There's a lot of people who say bye. You did it to an owl house, man. Okay, yeah, true. Okay, anyways, bye guys, everybody. See y'all later.